Good afternoon from the Scoreboard Bar and Grill here at Cedar Creek Marina. The Titans are now starting to look towards the Bucs, but who's going to play quarterback? Who's going to play on the offensive line? Who may or may not be playing right beside D-Hop? Yeah, we have no answers for that. Mike Vrabel actually says too soon right now to know the health of the offensive line, that all the guys are getting MRIs. Remember last night, 4 of the 5 offensive linemen that started the game for the Titans all got pulled out at some point in time. And he also commented on the quarterback position, said that the coaches are going to talk about it over the weekend about if Ryan Tannehill is healthy, will it be him and or Will Levis. Cole Holcomb, who was injured in the game last night, has been discharged from the hospital, but Tom Pelissero is reporting that he is done for the season. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at Watson, your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome to 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Out and about. Cedar Creek Marina, that is where we are. Scoreboard location, the new scoreboard location. We were at Music Valley Drive last week. We're at Cedar Creek Marina today, and it is a beautiful day. There is no question about it. Look at that water, Slay Dog.
Man.
Just glistening.
Sun just glistening all off the wall.
Reflecting. There's boats sitting in there. Look like they need, house parties on them or something.
We would love to throw one.
Big weekend of football to get through. Also, we're going to spend, obviously, most of the day on what happened yesterday. 3HL presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. You can watch the show, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. The F&M Bank Chat is open. Eki Bop is here. Griffin is here with a table full of a bunch of things that we have to give away. Hunk is here. And Kirby is here as well. So looking forward to a fun day out here. I know who else is here.
Who?
Ron Slay.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
Hey, I'm in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
I'm in the building. I'm in the building. I'm in the building.
I am definitely in the building. Same as Will Levis being in the building.
Will Levis. We'll get to him in just a second. Here's the thing. If you want in, go ahead, 615-737-1045. Keith Bullock coming up at 320. Former Titan Pro Bowler Mark Mariani at 420. I should have said former Titan All-Pro Keith Bullock at 320. All-time leading receiver at the University of Tennessee, Joey Kent, at 520. So we've got a lot to get through today, and we can kick off the weekend now. Come hang with us. Enjoy 2-for-1s on drafts the entire time that we are live here at Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek Marina. It is a beautiful day, so get on out here. Lots of fun stuff happening and being given away today. Register to win a pair of Tennessee-Georgia tickets. How about that?
I like that.
Come sign up. When you do it, it'll count as 2 entries. Double points for 1 entry today. Winners will be drawn next week. Don't forget to fill out your Pick'em sheet and try to beat Slay and me for your chance at $250 prize pack.
Pick'em.
How did we do last week?
How do we do? Bop said that's a good question. That's a good question.
Here come the excuses.
Yeah, Bob. We need it, Bob. You know we need to know when we beating these people up.
I wasn't here last week,
folks.
so I need to find out, is what he said.
Get it together.
Will Levis said this after the game, quote, "Losing sucks," end quote. I like this dude, man.
Nah, Moxie is what he has. I like it.
How about that 1st and 20? I want to go point back to this one down the road when he's like a Hall of Famer. Am I getting ahead of my skis there? I'm going to point back. I'm going to point back to that 1st and 23
5 letters here.
Throw.
RELAX.
This is how we're going to start the show. I'm going to point back to that 1st and 23 throw out of the end zone with no back there to help. They had that kind of confidence in him to allow him to throw out of his own end zone after they just played Renegade.
Zip it right by the linebacker's ear, too.
What a throw, too.
Right after they played Renegade.
After they played Renegade.
Was rolling, boy.
Dude, you know from being up there, when they do that Renegade thing, that affects, seasoned vets.
Yes, it's different.
Levis just out there like, hey, man, I got a job to do. That's what he said the other day, remember?
Yeah.
I got a job to do. All right, the obvious question. Well, first, Titans fall in Pittsburgh 20-16.
Oh.
They were 3-point underdog. They lost by 4. They are now 3-5. They are 0-4 on the road. They're at Tampa, then they're at Jacksonville. So 2 more road games coming up.
Okay. I like Tampa. I like going down there. I think we get that victory. But we got a long time to the end. A lot of things got to be sorted out.
What do they call that place down there? Ybor City or something?
I don't know. I know what's down there, though. A long strip of them.
Long strip of what?
Gentlemen clubs.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what they known for, I think.
Ybor City. There you
that's
go.
what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Yeah.
There you go. I've never been there. That's true. Did Will Levis win the full-time quarterback position? It's interesting. Do we have that audio, Zeph, where he was asked, he being Mike Vrabel, asked that very question today, first question from Teresa Walker? Yes. Do it.
No, not ready to do that yet. Think we'll have a conversation with the depth chart over the weekend, and we'll have a depth chart or something close to it available, when we talk to you on Tuesday to be able to go through the moving parts of not only Ryan's health, but whatever there are going on the offensive line, which there is, coming out of that game.
Remember when he said Ryan Tannehill was the Titans quarterback when healthy?
Yep.
That was a very different answer.
That is. I think he saw a different play. like you had a sample size at first. You at home, you comfortable, got the crowd behind you. All right, cool. Yeah, that was a good job. Do it again. And guess what he did?
And on the road?
On the road.
In a tough environment, at night, prime time
two people coming off the edge that are
with a short week.
Different animals. Yeah, you wouldn't prove that.
Yeah,
tough guy, man.
The Steelers had 27 pressures? 26 pressures.
T.J. Watt and Highsmith, well, I'm telling you.
They had 26 pressures, according to PFF, on 39 attempts. That's 67% of the attempts.
Yeah.
He was pressured.
All right, man. I told you what kind of impact what's his name was going to have, too. Cam Hayward. Marcus Golden the same way. Like, all it was to flush him out. And, boy, them boys coming around them edges was different, man.
I will say this. He was sacked 4 times, but the pocket presence, though, the throw into the zone on the right sideline where he was being pressured from his backside, didn't look or anything, just felt it.
Yep.
Stepped up, made the throw, then got hit.
Yep.
Just little things like that, man.
Instincts are there, man.
He's got some things to work with.
Yep.
For sure. Will Levis, 22 of 39, 262 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Derrick Henry, 17 for 75 and a touchdown. This is how good Will Levis is.
Okay.
He made Kyle Phillips into a wide receiver.
Well, wasn't that a good sighting?
How about that? Kyle Phillips led the Titans with 4 receptions for 68 yards.
Wasn't that a good sighting? That was another good pick.
DeAndre Hopkins, 4 for 60.
Yes. Okay.
Titans failed to get a sack on Kenny Pickett.
That's the problem.
And he had been sacked 17 times coming in.
I'm trying to figure out, is that a bigger problem than the offensive line? Because when you can't put pressure on those quarterbacks, you can't get them down. You get, I don't want to say pushed around, but, man, the holes were opened up, man. Warren and Najee had a field day. Like, so I'm torn between that, man. And I also believe, and we're going to get into this a little later too, at some point, you got to make your name, and you got to stand on it. Big Jeff has made a name. I need him to stand on it, though. Like the things that make people like Chris Jones, Aaron Donald, big fella up in New York with the Jets, like these guys' impact is different day in and day out. Like it's not questioning his effort or anything, him fighting through injuries or anything, but, man, you got to go deliver, man. On those stages, the reason Big Jeff made his name and got that big old bankroll is because what he did against the Rams. Oh, that last year, was it last year or 2 years ago? 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
On that stage, prime time, man, that man went out there and he went bananas.
I mean, bananas.
And it was like, I'm here.
B-A-N-A.
Yeah. I wish I could do that little chant. I don't know how to do it because I don't like to spell it.
Gwen Stefani.
Yeah. Like, dude, that man went berserk, man, and that's what you need to see. That's what you pay to see. You want to see that type of impact. And I don't know if it's other guys around him. Like, I know that would make it easier if Tierra was going full speed, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when they rolling, It looked like Big Jeff is a key catalyst for that. You got to see that more. You got to get to that quarterback.
Were you at any point during the game going toward the Pittsburgh run game? The run D has been. We'll go through that in a second. But were you like me? Like, who in the hell is Jalen Warren?
No. I knew
his
he
high
was.
this year was 40 yards.
Yeah, but the word out of there was, you know how fans do. The backup is always the best guy to go. When Najee was having his troubles, that's what the chants were. Man, put Jalen Warren in. So he got it in him, but he just ain't ready for that starting role.
11 for 88.
That was big.
Najee Harris, 16 for 69, so 27 for 157. And the Titans' run game, which going into that Indianapolis game had only allowed one team in the last 20 games up until that point to go over 100 yards, has now allowed more than 139 in each of the last 4 games.
Yeah.
193 to Indy, 139 to Baltimore, 140 to Atlanta, 166 last night to Pittsburgh. Something's wrong there.
It is. That ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it, man. You're able to hide a lot of things when you win. When you lose and things become a little bit more glaring. Got to figure it out. You heard Vrabel talk about it. You heard Vrabel talk about it last game. The game before, when you're not getting to the quarterback. What was it, 0 sacks in like 2 or 3 games or something weird.
That they had only touched the quarterback 3 times in 2 games, yeah.
Not sack, touched.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough, man.
Kenny Pickett last night, 19 to 30, 160, 1 touchdown, no interception. I will say this. Kenny Pickett in game number 21, Will Levis in game number 2. I know who I'd rather have at quarterback.
Oh, yeah, give me him.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. Yep. He went out there and fought with that. That was another reason. He had that flak jacket on, man. Kenny Pickett the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get to him, man. God, get to him. That's tough. It's tough to lose on the road, especially in this situation. You had the better team, I believe.
Real quick before we go to the break, and then we'll get Keith Bullock and get his take on what he saw last night, what he would do at the quarterback position. Let me hit the NBA real quick because that rookie phenom, Victor Wembanyama, you knew where I was going. Victor Wembanyama, in game number 5, 38 points, 10 rebounds. He tied in a tie game late in the game. He scored 10 of the next 12. He took over against the Suns.
He's too long, man. Too long.
Well, he's in rhythm, too, with those threes. It's fluid. He did a step into 3.
Yeah.
Late.
Yeah. Brought the ball up the court, pulling threes. Like, man,
you're just shaking your head.
Like,
for those that can't see. Like, what are you going to say?
I ain't got no clue. I have no clue, man. I have no clue. You got to give a little love to the Nashville hometown kid, too. Brandon Miller been putting on a nice show. He's getting comfortable.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting, dog. But Wembanyama, dog, that's like,
that's a different deal.
Where did he come from?
All right. Did Will Levis win the full-time quarterback position? We'll ask Keith Bullock next as we broadcast live at Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek Marina. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. 3HL 104.5 this time.
What's happening, good people? Ron Slay here, man. Holistic stem cell therapy is what I got to brag about because I've went and done it. I tried it, and it worked. So why wouldn't I? It's your body, your cells, your solution. Any questions about the myths you may be hearing? Many patients are going to come into it, and you've heard a lot of controversial stuff, but this ain't that. Nah, I'm telling you. This right here is a tad bit different because it's your body, your cells. Yes, it's nothing better than your solution for that. Go in there and get you a free consultation. Go in there and get you a consultation. 615-850-4415. Call and set it up. You'll sit down with Dr. Kellum himself. Sit there, ask him all the questions that you got. And guess what? He's going to have an answer and a rebuttal for every single thing. Go out and come back in and tell you to ask some more. He ain't going to shy away from it, man. Got everything you're looking for. KellumStemCellInstitute.com. You got to get in there and get in touch with him. I did it. You do it. Take care of your own body, man. Let your body take care of you. KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
All right, organizing your closets, taking back over your office space, maybe your garage, doesn't matter. Artisan Custom Closets has you covered and can help you do all of it. You want to go check them out on their website, ARTISAN, customclosets.com. And let's say you do want that breathtaking dream closet you've always dreamed of, or maybe you want to buy it for your significant other for the upcoming holidays. Now's a perfect time to do it. You can get a free in-home consultation today with Artisan Custom Closets. And They'll come in, do a free design appointment, put it all into a 3D plan, send it to you, work with your budget so you can take away, add whatever you really love, and they can make it perfect for you. That's why they call it custom. ArtisanCustomClosets.com. If you tell them Dawn sent you, give them a call. They will give you 10% off whatever your project is, whether it's your garage or your home office or your laundry room. And they also have payment options as well. 615-800-2199 is the number. 800-2199. Go say goodbye to your clutter. Get a free in-home consultation today. That's ArtisanCustomClosets.com.
Life is busy. We could all use some extra time in our day, which is exactly why Two Rivers Ford offers mobile service. We'll bring the service to your driveway at no additional charge. Oil changes, brakes, batteries, the certified technicians at Two Rivers will perform basic maintenance on your vehicle wherever you are, so you'll have more time for moments like this. Schedule your mobile service appointment by scanning the QR code or calling Two Rivers Ford today.
3HL 1045, The Zone, presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, SpringHillAC.com. We got a lot to talk through today. Is Will Levis the quarterback moving forward? What do you think based on what you've seen the last 2 weeks?
The people want to know. If you're asking me, I'm saying yes.
I'm saying yes, too. Keith Bullock, former Titans All-Pro, joins us as he does most Fridays. KB, what up? How are you?
Double A.
Oh, man, I'm in the backyard. I wish I was there with y'all. Man,
bully.
Man. I got my time mixed up, man. You know how that goes, man. Sometimes.
What did you? Let's just start in general terms. What did you think about Will Levis's performance last night in a hostile environment? You know what it's like to play in Pittsburgh, and when they play Renegade going into the fourth quarter. What did you think about how he did?
I think he did good, man. You know, it could have been a lot worse. Since obviously we're just focusing in on the quarterback. He played 8 quarters in professional football. You know, he's 1-1. Pittsburgh. I look at Pittsburgh, Atlanta. They're kind of similar in a sense that, you know, it could have went either way. What team is going to come out? Pittsburgh brought it. I think that's the best that they can bring it. You know, I don't see them being, you know, obviously they could sneak in the Super Bowl with that in that division. I mean, not Super Bowl playoffs in that division, but they're not a real strong team. And I think it was great that Will Levis was able to go out there, perform under duress. Look, the second play of the game, J.J. Watt let them know that they was here. You know what I'm saying? He got smoked. They did call a personal foul, but that's how you play defense. You send a message, we'll take that 15-yarder. But, you know, Pittsburgh defensively, you know, they're going against a rookie quarterback. And at the end of the day, you know, that's what happens.
Titans surrendered 26 pressures on 39 attempts. That's 67% of the time that Will Levis dropped back, he was pressured. That is a high number, and yeah, they were feeding. I thought he moved around the pocket pretty well. He did thread some throws in there. The one out of the end zone was legit across the middle. And then the last one, people were talking. What?
I'm sorry. I was going to say, I was just adding on to what you were saying. He did his thing. Like, he was poised.
Yeah.
They were hitting him. There were people around him. He got knocked down. He got back up. He got up fast. He wasn't getting up, like, wincing. He showed he's pretty tough. You know, I didn't watch him play in Kentucky, but from what I've seen more so this past game, he's all right. He's all right.
So Keith Bullock with us on 3HL. So you see potential there, like a potential franchise quarterback for this team?
Yeah, I think he's obviously someone you're going to build off of. I don't think they would have drafted him in the second round, moved up to draft him if they didn't see that. From what I remember, he got a first-round grade, and, you know, he just slipped in the draft. It happens, you know. And now it's, you know, at the end of the day, any league, any level, you just want to get your shot. You want to get your opportunity. So whether he's going to be the quarterback moving forward or he's just getting his feet wet, I think he's getting a good grade right now.
Bully, I gotta ask you, man. Me personally, I'm just as concerned about this defense not getting to the quarterback as I am about the offensive line being able to protect. What's your thoughts about the defense right now, man? Like, and what they're not being able to turn it over. That was a key point about 2 years ago, and then it kind of bled over into last year. This year, you're not seeing those takeaways like you were.
Well, I mean, look, the key to that is stopping the run. Pittsburgh came out. That first drive, Pittsburgh showed you what the game was going to be like. It was kind of similar to the Cincinnati game when Cincinnati came out and drove, but Pittsburgh, the defense was able to, you know, bow up at home and, you know, hold them to a field goal or so on and so. But Pittsburgh was way, way more physical than Cincinnati was, and Pittsburgh was way more physical than the Titans last night. That's just point blank. You know, the offensive line of Pittsburgh, number 73, I don't know who big fella was, but he was out there moving people when they needed to get runs. Wallace was toting that pill. So was Najee. Like, they had, I feel, to be honest, I look at how the Pittsburgh Steelers, you know, Matt Canada, you know, he's getting all that, but I like how he used his running back tandem. And I feel like, I think I've been up there before, I said it. that's kind of how I see the Titans running back tandem should be used. I think they're getting caught up too much in, Derek, he didn't get his touches, and Tajay, you got to do one or the other, man. You got to do a game plan where it's even in the split. What are you trying to do? We trying to win, or we just trying to make sure Derek get his touches? I think at this point of Derek's career, it's like, come on, man, we just want to win. You know what I mean? Derek he's the king. He already know it. You know what I'm saying? But I know that he would like to make his last season in Nashville memorable, and Derrick Henry is shown to be a team player at this point. Of course, he would love to get 25 carries, but I'm sure he would like to get wins more when he's involved. And, even Tajay is involved in the game plan. I think at this point, these guys just want to win.
What can they do up front on the offensive line? I mentioned all those pressures. Like Andre Dillard, last night, 7 pressures, a sack, 2 hurries, 4 quarterback hits. Skoronski allowed 5 pressures, 5 hurries. Brewer, 4 pressures, 1 hit, 3 hurries. MPF in 17 snaps, 3 pressures, a sack, and 2 hits. And Dylan Radin's actually graded out as one of the better players on the offense yesterday. But is there anything they can do to get better than that?
At this point in the season.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't think it's a matter of getting better. I think, they can get better. They go back, watch the film. Right now, and as you've seen all year, the NFL is week to week. I don't see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers putting half as much pressure on the Titans or whoever the quarterback is next week when they play them. I just think it comes down to a matchup. And look, Mike Tomlin, big brother, Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel was a former Pittsburgh Steeler. Vrabel got Belichick's number. Okay, Mike Tomlin's like, not me. You know what I'm saying? And that happens. As a player, you get outplayed sometimes. As a coach, there's certain matchups and certain things that you have to learn. It's all a part of the game. But I just felt like that was Pittsburgh Steelers football. And the Titans just couldn't match up to the physicality, and obviously it came down to a couple plays and all of that. But overall, I just think that it was the physicality of the game that kind of set the tone. Because I've been hearing people being, the Titans normally stop the run. The Titans, they just got to tighten up. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? It's just that they met their match in big boy ball. Like we used to say, put your big boy pads on. You going to Pittsburgh on a Thursday night in prime time, you put your big boy pads on. And, that's what we saw last night.
That's what it's known for. This defense for Pittsburgh was not blitzing as much this year, but being it a young fellow back there and Will Levis, a rookie, like they came out with a totally different mindset. Like they wanted to show that, like you said, we're bringing up big boy pads, and you're going to put this rookie out here, you got to show me what it's about, because they blitzed yesterday, and they don't do a lot of that. They don't really have to. They're really able to get there with 4. So for them to blitz and you not be ready for it, yes, that's a different right there. I would expect to see more of that from teams. You know what I'm saying? If that line can't hold up, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, Atlanta went out there as vanilla as can be against a rookie quarterback. They sat there, they played cover 1 for the most part, and they let them take shots. Tomlin and his crew was like, let's see what you got. They were coming with those fire zones, blitzing off the edge. And they did, like, Highsmith did what he was supposed to do, man. Like, defensively for Pittsburgh, okay, y'all going to double JJ and do whatever you got to do. The other guy on the other side has to answer. And everybody's talking about, Big Jeff, Danico. Hey, man, where's Harold Landry at, man?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He got paid a lot of money, and I'm watching the game. He's getting one-on-one block. Highsmith was getting one-on number 56 for Pittsburgh was getting the one-on-one because JJ was getting, and you heard his name all night. So look, we can't just put it on Big Jeff. I know he's the the big man up front,
but
Harold Landry got to come on with it too. So I know we were talking about the offensive line. I just kind of going around.
We said that yesterday before we went off the show. Like guys that we need to show up. That's exactly what I hit on. Harold Landry, Arden Key, Rashad Weaver going back home. Like, When are y'all gonna come off the edge too to make it a little bit easier? I totally agree with you. Totally agree.
And that's the name we haven't heard a lot this year. Who was key last year is Rashard Weaver. You figure he was gonna come back and take that step forward that we've seen guys take. From having a decent year to the next year, but he's been kind of quiet. We know Harold is coming off the knee injury, but look, man, it's been a year. So at this point, you would expect him to kind of get back to his form. But halfway point, still a lot of football to play. What's good about coming off a loss like this and having a long week, you get to recalibrate, man. The coaches get to get back in there and see what they want to do, because they did do some good things. And I think, the brightest spot is the quarterback position. I would just like to see the offensive game plan be a little more favorable, especially when that offensive line is, struggling a little bit. So, that's where I'm at with it.
I'm curious. Keith Bullock with us on 3HL. I'm curious to go back to the run game fits on defense. 4 games in a row they've allowed 139 yards rushing or more, and before that it was 20 games they had gone and allowed one team to do that. What are you seeing when you watch the game? Is it just gap integrity? Is it not tackling well? What's going on?
Well, like when people getting moved out of the way, and a lot of it comes down to physics, man. Like Pittsburgh, I'm just speaking Pittsburgh specifically, their offensive tackles, they'll get up to the second level and get in the way of Azeez Al-Shire and Gibbons at times. And by then, they'll be making the tackle, but it's 6 yards downfield. And when I say physics, look, man, 6 feet, 220 pounds ain't going to really cut it, all the time against 6'5", 320. That's what I mean. Physics comes into play. So those guys are doing whatever. You can fit in the gap all you want, but if my man is muscling you, he's muscling you. You know what I mean? It comes down to that gap integrity, but for the most part, that's what I'm seeing. It's just the guys are getting up to the second level. When I say the guys, offensive linemen are getting up to the second level, and these damn running backs are finishing them runs. They was punishing the DBs last night on some of them runs. Number 30 was running like he was Derrick Henry out there.
It's interesting, KB, to go back to the quarterback position, because that's what everyone in this market is talking about today, obviously, is a couple of different responses from Vrabel. A couple weeks ago he said, when healthy, Ryan Tannehill is our quarterback. Today when he was asked, are you going to make Levis the starting quarterback? And he said, I don't know, we're going to talk about it this weekend. Those are two different answers. Where do you come down on that?
They got to reevaluate it. They just played last night. He obviously doesn't have an answer for the media right now. I feel like that's an honest answer. They got to, go check it out. If I'm Ryan Tannehill, I'm not rushing to go back out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going back out there against behind that same offensive line. I'm about 10 years older than Will Levis. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let the young kid rock as long as he can and, get as healthy as I can. So when I do go out there,
that's an interesting point.
I look good. At least I could, got some mobility to move around in that pocket, because he's going to need it for sure.
Right. So that's an interesting point. I haven't looked at it like that, because I was thinking, competitor sees these two games and he's like, man, I better get out there. But if you get out there and you're not able to move around as well as you normally can, you're putting yourself in a bad position and in a position to maybe not play well and then get benched, So that's a good point.
Man, look, that's the name of the game, right? So we're going to wait to see how Ryan is doing, put Ryan back out there. Ryan looks like trash. All right, we don't have to put Ryan back out there ever again. Ryan needs to look out for Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Go back out there when you're healthy, when you feel that you're able to really do something at the quarterback position. If I'm Ryan, the way I'm looking at it, ain't no need for me to rush back. Will is doing his thing. I'm in the last year of my contract. If I still want to play football, I'm putting myself in the best position, because there's a thing in the NFL, you say get him on tape. You rush him back to get him on tape, because once you get on tape, they can send that tape to all the teams. Look, he's healthy. He out there at practice. He did this. He did that. Meanwhile, you still might have a nagging injury, but you're rushing back to kind of show face, to show that, you're a team guy, however it works these days.
I love it. Keith Bullock at KBull53 on Twitter, former Titans All-Pro and all-around good guy. KB, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, y'all hold it down out there. I'm coming through one more. Y'all got any more out there this year?
Oh, yeah.
If you coming, we're going to make them have one more. It's
cool. I'm going to come through for sure.
We need to roll
Next
through
time
Just
I might
Love,
have to
too.
Uber out.
Yes.
That'd be an expensive Uber.
I catch them in Knoxville. Hey, come on.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, Cable 53, Keith Bullock with some perspective. I didn't even think about that. Like, man, you better be 100% when you go back out there because you're going to be immediately judged.
Like, that was a conversation last night when I was watching the game. Like, it was you wonder, why would you, knowing that any little inkling that you think you have of hope or anything you mess up, you know how many boos you gonna get?
Oh yeah.
Like they can't wait. They're on the edge of their seat to boo. Like no,
they can't wait.
No. And then that was another part too.
The one good thing though is it would be a road game at Tampa at least.
Yes, it would be.
They cheer.
Shoot, they might boo. They might send word. Hey man, y'all boo him if you put him in there. Like
send word.
Yeah, like come on, dog. I would. Hey man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know if I could. I would definitely give my all, but sheesh, they don't make it hard. They'll make it hard, man, because you know they're ready for the young thing.
It's funny. I talked about like the one thing that you could see in his first game was that he has a really high ceiling. Mm-hmm. How high is the ceiling? No way to know. That was one game. After yesterday, I think it's even higher.
Dog.
Because that was a completely different kind of game where you had to go out there and be gutty.
Yeah.
And tough.
Yep. That's what Bullock just said. Like, you was getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that Atlanta showed you something totally different. What Pittsburgh brought was heat.
Yep. So now the couple extra days before they go down to Tampa Bay next week.
Body needs it.
And hopefully get to 4-5.
This O-line together.
What did so the talking heads talking a lot about Will Levis today. Pat McAfee had something interesting to say on his show. Got that for you next. Also want your reaction. What do you do at quarterback? Has Will Levis done enough to move on from Ryan Tannehill? 615-737-1045.
What's happening, folks? Big Slay right here, man. I know you were thinking that the cold has arrived. Well, it snuck out the back door, and fall is still here. So you're going to be playing around with your temperature in your house, playing on with your HVAC unit, not really knowing if it can handle you going from hot to cold or turning it off or whatever. You got that funny smell? Well, Spring Hill Heating and Cooling is always going to be there for you to dial them up and get on with the get on. Make sure you're ready for the winter, because when it's coming, boy. And that cold ain't gonna sit at the door. It's gonna come in your house. So you better have that heat ready to roll. You got to get with SpringHillAC.com. Get up to 60 months, no interest financing with approved credit, plus up to 18 months, no interest on repairs. Even if you just need a maintenance check, I'm telling you right now, call and get you an appointment so they can get out there and make sure you're good for the winter. It's SpringHillAC.com. Call them.
Go up to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Maybe you've been thinking about this for a while. Now's the time to get it done. You can do it this weekend. Weather's going to be nice. We do fall back this weekend, unfortunately. Did y'all know that? Yeah. But perfect time for you to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a new car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, or a pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or Jeep. Gupton is the place. I've bought multiple vehicles from these guys. They're awesome people. Go see Daniel and his crew. They will be ready to help you out. No pressure from them at all. They simply want you in the vehicle that's right for you. So that's what will happen. You go 24 west toward Clarksville. Exit 35 is 9 miles outside the city. Then a straight shot and a beautiful drive into Springfield. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield, Tennessee. Just 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Check them out online, GuptonMotors.com. All the inventory is there. All of the dealership information is there as well. That's GuptonMotors.com. Go get it done this weekend. Go see my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
So this is a small bird, too, for someone
right.
that's never seen a
Yeah.
bobwhite before. It's this little round softball.
That's right. Yeah, they're not much bigger than my fist. They've got little legs, but they're a ground-nesting, ground-dwelling bird. If they never have to fly in their life, they wouldn't. Right? They just do that to get away from hawks and owls for the most part, or hunters. What they need is largely herbaceous plant communities. Right? So they need wildflowers. They need a small proportion of grasses. I don't need vast grasslands, right? I need stuff that most people would call weeds. Those are providing good brood cover, good nesting cover, a lot of insects, right? That's what chicks need to develop early.
Bridgestone Firestone is a quail focus or focal area. So tell us a little bit why.
Yeah, it's largely because there are very few places that have wild quail in the state of Tennessee anymore. And there's dozens of different factors that lead into that, right? Everybody wants to jump right to predators, but it's a habitat issue, right? It's a landscape change, whether we're talking about development or whether we're talking about fire not being on the landscape anymore, or fields and young forests progressing into closed canopy forest, right? So the farm, just by nature of it being an open landscape that's been maintained that way, has held on to some birds. And compared to most other places in the state, we're one of the very few. On top of that, the potential for growing that population, it's higher here than just about anywhere else.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Hope you had a great week. Going to be a fun weekend. Weather's incredible. Live at Scoreboard, Cedar Creek until 6 o'clock today. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Kick off the weekend now. Come hang with us. Enjoy 2-for-1 drafts.
2-for-1s.
The entire time that we are here live. It is a beautiful day, so get on out here. Lots of fun stuff happening and being given away. Register to win a pair of Tennessee-Georgia tickets.
Go Vols!
Come sign up, and when you do, it will count as 2 entries. Double points for 1 entry today, and winners will be drawn next week. And don't forget to fill out your pick'em sheet and try to beat Slay and me for your chance at $250 worth of Scoreboard prize pack. Here are the games that you can from which you can pick. Again, no point spreads, just straight up winners. Tennessee and UConn. Everybody gets 1 on that one, right? We're going to agree on that?
Show me the person that's going to pick UConn.
UConn is 1-7, so
I want to know.
It's a tough break for them. They play they'd still lose.
Oh, yeah. This year.
This year.
Even though they expected last year, it was rolling.
It was rolling. LSU at Alabama.
Ooh.
What do y'all think on that one? Bama's a 3-point favorite in this game, but again, just picking straight up.
Yep.
LSU at Alabama. Night game, 6:45 at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Missouri ranked 12th in the country at Georgia. Georgia looking for their 26th consecutive win.
Missouri with a statement show-me game that take us serious. Take a serious game.
Georgia a 15.5-point favorite. Yeah, Missouri, I mean, could they be that good?
We sure going to see.
We're going to see.
We going to see.
Stepping up in class there. Maybe they
We
are.
gonna see.
Maybe they are. Bills at Bengals. A lot of people going Cincinnati on this deal.
Yeah, I went Cincinnati on that deal.
Not a great matchup with the Bills with where they are at cornerback.
Right.
I'm going Bengals. Yep. Dolphins at Chiefs. That's the Frankfurt game early in the morning.
Yeah, that's good. That can set the whole day off. I like
Tyreek
that.
Hill said, what did he say? He said, all I know is they're going to get this work.
Hey, man.
And he goes, y'all can write that down. Bulletin board material, whatever y'all want.
Player props, put him on your player props, man. That man going to get them 2,000 yards he set out to get.
That is what he's wanting to do. Cowboys at Eagles.
That's going to be a good one.
I saw one of the talking head show Get Up maybe this morning. They were showing clips of Jalen Hurts and how he's got kind of a hitch in his giddy up. Like it's not quite a full on limp, but there's something. They think something going on there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Their Cowboys they pound the bad teams. So we'll see with another opportunity there. Seahawks at Ravens is the last one.
Lamar MVP Jackson. In case anybody was wondering, that's my vote for MVP. Just
already?
Yep. I said it coming into the season.
Yep.
I expect him to have a hell of a year, and he is doing it.
All right. Sounds good. We're going to play some of the Pat McAfee audio for you in the next segment at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
But one thing he did say.
What did he say, y'all?
We talked about this. With this game being on Thursday and Levis getting his second start, the talking heads are going to be talking about him if they think he played well, and everybody kind of did. Pat McAfee said, this guy's a guy. This guy's a guy. I mean, he went into a little more depth, which we'll play for you, but
you know how I go. Believe your eyes. Believe what your eyes show you. If you think this offensive line is good, then believe what your eyes show you.
And see, I like that description about it because that's what I came away with from the opening game was, remember I said I'm a process guy and it's more than the stats. It's the swagger that he had, the confidence that he had, that it wasn't sped up to him. And it felt that way again in Pittsburgh. I mean, that place at night has gobbled up some pretty serious quarterbacks.
Yes, it has. We're going to continue to.
Let's go to the phones.
All right.
We met these guys
on
Monday in Bowling Green.
Who we met?
Reese and Laura in Bowling Green. Reese, what's up?
What about it, y'all?
What up, Reese? What's up, Laura?
Man, we just got done. Hey, Big Slay. Hey, Mayor. Just got done feeding all the cats, and a couple stray dogs showed up. Fed them too. Big Slay, have you ever felt so good after a loss?
No, but you are absolutely right. Yeah, it is not cause for panic.
I know this year's probably done. Jacksonville's rolling and all that, but our future, Indianapolis and Houston's going to be at the bottom. It's going to be Jacksonville and us for the next so many years. This guy, Laura, don't like Levis still. She come out cussing him last night.
I ain't cussing.
He plays for UK. I'm telling you, I am on the Levis bandwagon all the way. This guy is going to take us. Not just AFC Championship. You give us 3 years, and we're finally going to have a ring.
Well, and it goes beyond, like, the obvious arm talent to what you're saying, Reese. It's like he's got that moxie. Like, he's a dude out there. Like, he's mentally strong. He's physically strong. He's the kind of guy that you can go to war with as your quarterback if you're one of his teammates.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who you
Not
got?
the same style, but like you say, the moxie, the arrogance, the I belong here. Joe Burrow's first 3 years in the league.
I was
Burrow
thinking
knew
about
he
that
belonged.
yesterday.
Yep. Levis knows he belongs. He's here, and we are going to – this year's done. Tannehill's done. We didn't trade him because of his injury. We didn't get a draft pick. So be it. Let's move on. We no need to run him back out there. Let's just keep Levis rolling. Keep Levis rolling. And sorry, my brother just showed up honking the horn. Hey,
I was
now,
wondering.
Yeah, I tell you, around this neighborhood, people just show up uninvited. It's one thing if you're an animal wanting food, but you're a human. They always want money or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous. I'm trying to drink beer and talk to my friends on the radio, and I got my brother honking the horn, probably wanting $10 or something stupid.
What do you think about the Vols? Minus the 35 reason?
Man, like I told you on Monday, I hate betting on lines that big because you just never know. Subs can come in. But I was itching. I didn't do nothing crazy, but I did throw 200 on the Vols. Slay, what are you doing on this game?
Yeah, that ain't bad. That ain't too crazy. I'm gonna look at the over. I'm gonna look at the over and over under, and I think I'm gonna play with that, and I think I'm gonna play with a first half bet. And I'm gonna put out the parlay today too, man. I ain't put a parlay out in a minute, so the people been asking.
I'll be honest with you. I get scared of them over unders. Because then you got to rely on the other team, and UConn's trash. We all know that. This is just a money game. We're just getting a bye week. But Big Slay, that's all I got. I don't know what in the world my brother's doing out here, but we love y'all. Let's take it on out, Big Slay.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee.
There they are, Reese and Laura with their 17 cats in their house and the 27 empties in the yard and the fake pool or the kiddie pool.
Hey, you know what, though?
What?
Reese just told me that, like, I'm glad I looked at it. This over and under ain't really high. 55.5 ain't.
Right, because they don't think UConn's going to score.
Yeah, but I think UT's supposed to go out there and get 45 to 50. And
then you shouldn't have a problem with the 35.
No, I don't. I said 56 to 10.
Oh, okay. Well, when you were telling Reese, you were like, well, that line is kind of high. I'm going to mess around with the over-under.
Yeah, but I am. I really don't want to play with that the line like that. Because, when people come out of the game, then, like Reese said, I expected a team like UConn to be able to score 10 points against a third string. Like, good gracious.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Yeah, come on, Molly.
13 maybe?
Ain't golly. No, they ain't getting 13.
Because then they would have to kick 2 field goals, and if you're UConn, why the hell are you kicking field goals?
Like, you might as well go for it on 4th down.
Every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take the 35.5.
If I was UConn, I'd try to try to win the coin toss. But then take the ball and go onside kick to start the game.
I'm going to bet it down to 34.5. What about that?
That many points?
Yeah.
That half a point got you?
That half a point.
I mean, that is 5 touchdowns.
That hook's scary. That hook is scary, man.
It is scary. All right, more Titans talk when we come back. Did Will Levis win that quarterback position? 615-737-1045. We'll take a look at what Pat McAfee had to say about it when we come back. 3HL broadcasting live from Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek Marina. We'd love to see you here until 6 o'clock. The food is amazing out here. Really, really good. We just put our order in, so we're looking forward to that. They've got drinks for you, too.
Yep.
And 2 for $1 for draft beer, and you can drink right in front of us. Have a great time. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Buddy Alley Carpet One is here to keep you comfortable at home with the cozy up to carpet flooring sale. Visit our friends at Buddy Allen now through November 6th to get big savings on carpets of every style, pattern, and texture. Need a little financing help? Enjoy 0 interest if paid in full within 18 months. Stop by the store in Donaldson today to get details and guidance from the flooring experts. Visit BuddyAllenCarpet1.com for details, or just stop by the store in Donaldson, 2405 Lebanon Pike, 615-883-3289, BuddyAllenCarpet1.com.
All right, I want to talk to you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. You've heard me talk about them a bunch lately, and part of that is because I got new windows and doors from Pella, and I love them. One of my neighborhood friends asked me the other day, do you really love your windows? And I'm like, yeah, I actually really love my windows. And I love the entire process, too, because I scouted out a couple different companies before I replaced windows in my rental unit as well. And Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville were my favorite, and there's a bunch of reasons why. I always mention, how they're voted number 1 for a bunch of stuff here locally, but here's the other thing. Pella was founded in 1925, so they've been around forever. they'll be 100 in 2025. They've got lifetime warranties on their product, and the deal is they back up their work with warranty too, a 10-year labor warranty, which is leading in the industry. And I've seen them take care of everything from start to finish. It's been a great experience. You can get in on it too. 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months right now. All you have to do, go visit their website, tell them Dawn told you about them, and go to PellaNashville.com.
Good afternoon from the Scoreboard Bar and Grill here at Cedar Creek Marina. I'm Joe Hunt. Titans are back in town. Coach Vrabel met with the media just a little while ago, and after everything that kind of happened and the way that he went off the field, it's great to know that Traylon Burks is only in concussion protocol. That puts his status for the game against the Bucs in question. The quarterback for that game is also in question not because we don't have any, we may actually have two. Tannehill or Levis. Coach Vrabel said that the coaches are going to talk about that over the weekend and who could start against the Bucs. And if you're an offensive lineman that might want to play on Sunday, just be ready because Titans apparently want to use all of them. They used all 8 last night, and they do not know the health of their current offensive line. So just be aware. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three HL 104.5 The Zone Friday edition is also known as
Get Friday and Trash Talk also.
I see some mixed drinks down there.
Yeah, they mixing it up, mixing it down.
I see a big Power T on a hat up there.
Hey, Power T hat.
you like this little breather game in between what Tennessee just went through and what they're about to go through?
Yeah, because these next games, this is you want to end your season the right way. You got a great opportunity right here ahead of you. So yeah, this is a nice breather. Get guys healthy. Get on the same track. Get Dante Thornton to build on what he just did last game.
That's a good point.
I love this. I love this situation right here.
Brent Doherty with you, 3HL, presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, SpringHillAC.com, broadcasting live today from Scoreboard, Cedar Creek. We're at the Cedar Creek Marina location until 6. You can kick the weekend off now. Come hang with us. 2-for-1 drafts while we're out here. Beautiful day, so get on out here. You can register to win a pair of Tennessee and Georgia tickets, so make sure you do that. Go see Griffin at the table. And you could win a pair of Tennessee Georgia tickets. Come sign up. When you do, it'll count as 2 entries. Did you know that, Griffin?
No, I didn't either.
Okay. I've been saying it all day.
Come on, Griffin.
It'll count as 2 entries. Double points for 1 entry today, and winners will be drawn next week. Don't forget to fill out your pick'em sheet. Try to beat me and Slay for your chance to win $250 prize pack. We're still trying to figure out what happened last week in that deal,
we're just trying to figure it out.
We'll get there. Will Levis, 22 of 39, 262 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Did he win the job?
Did he win the job?
As Terrell Owens said, he's my quarterback. Which guy? Ryan Tannehill, if healthy, or Will Levis? Who's your guy? 615-737-1045. I know Big Slay is in the building.
I'm in the building.
And from Nashville, Tennessee, at 6'8",
you right on point, Zell.
power forward, Ron Slay.
Basketball round the corner, baby. Starts up Monday.
Y'all better buckle up, because this car ain't got no roof.
I always envision you during that part of that promo or intro, like high-fiving people.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Coming into the show.
That's how I like to slide through. Like, what up, y'all?
Yeah.
Coming through the downstairs with the sales team. What up, y'all?
615-737-1045. If you want in, your chance to react and answer that question, who's the quarterback for the Titans moving forward? Keith is next up at 615-737-1045. Keith, what's up?
Hey guys, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hey,
I'm a Steelers fan, but I wanted to speak to Will Levis. He played a heck of a game last night, and I was really impressed with him as a rookie. Honestly, wish we had him in Pittsburgh, because I don't think Kenny Pickett's answered our problems either. I've lived through the Cliff Stout, Mark Malone, and Buddy Brister years, and I just don't want to see another one of those.
Yeah, that's enough of that, huh?
I got you, man. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate that, my man.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. If you look at Will Levis and Ryan Tannehill, Levis through 2 games completing 60.3% of his passes. Tannehill through 6 games, 62%. So slight edge there to Tannehill. Levis obviously 1-1. Tannehill 2-4. Yards per game. Ryan Tannehill 188 yards passing per game. Will Levis 250 per game. Ryan Tannehill in 6 games this year has 2 touchdown passes and 6 interceptions. In 2 games, Will Levis has 4 touchdowns, double up Tannehill, and 1 interception. Quarterback rating. Ryan Tannehill, so far this season, 71.9 quarterback rating. Will Levis, 96.4. Having never played in the NFL, 2 games in, almost at 100 quarterback rating. That might be the more impressive stat out of all of it. Again, I go beyond stats with him, and you know I love stats, but it's just I keep coming back to that word moxie. He's just got it, man.
He most definitely.
If I was a teammate of his, I'm like, that's the guy I want to go to war with. Nothing against Tannehill. I'm just saying.
No.
Like, Tannehill's so much more of a chill guy, and I've heard that he's not really that way necessarily in the locker room, but
you can see that fire.
Levis out there just, leading.
Yep.
Already,
you can see that fire, man. You can see it. You can see it in the celebration with Kyle Phillips. Like both of them, like he lightened them up, man. I mean, like the energy around it is what's so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and being able to see that and project that onto your teammates and them give it back to you. That's pretty dope right there. That's a good sign of a leader.
So
man.
Moving forward. There's been a lot of talk you can't lose your job to injury or whatever.
Right.
I mean, there are plenty of cases that have gone away from that. And maybe the 2 most famous are Lou Gehrig replacing Wally Pipp, but also Tom Brady replacing Drew Bledsoe. There are a lot of examples of that. Like, because ultimately, like, sports is the ultimate meritocracy. These guys are trying to win games. That's it. So whoever they think gives them the best chance to win games, that's where they're going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they will. Like, I think that last week you could come out – well, not last week. Sunday you could come out of that game saying, you know what, man, we still going to give Tannehill a shot. But to go see what you saw on the road as far as the confidence playing with and really not a stumble believe me, it ain't perfect, but
no,
you love to see the experience and the growth that you're able to get in a season like this. Because imagine what it could be like playing behind an offensive line that could really block.
It's also fun to kind of like enter on the ground level with something, right? And that's where you are with Levis's career.
Yep.
Drew up next, 615-737-1045. Drew is in Hendersonville. Drew, what's up?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Yo, good.
Good, man.
Hey, I just want to say, man, I don't think there's no universe in this world where you don't start Will Levis going forward, man. I mean, he has proven in those 2 games that he is the dude, man. He just looks so much comfortable in the pocket with pressure going around him, whatever. You know, he just looks just so much more comfortable than Ryan Tannehill has this season. And just like what you just said, Ron, I feel like the whole team just had a morale boost with just seeing a quarterback with that confidence and just slinging that rock and getting us points, man. So I don't know what y'all think, but I think Will Levis is a man going forward, and I'm just going to hang up and listen. Thanks for taking my call.
Brother. Appreciate it. I mean, ideally, yeah. I mean, if you look at the big picture, I mean, think about, like, the chance to watch Levis kind of grow and develop, and if he's this comfortable now, 2 games in, what is he going into training camp next year? You know what I mean? And what are all the fans doing? They're paying so much attention to training camp. We are too. Like, I mean, at a different level.
Yep.
With hope.
Does he put that same buzz around it? Now, granted, one was a number 1 pick when you talk about Trevor Lawrence, and then you talk about Will Levis. But as far as excitement that was around Jacksonville when they got him there, it kind of feels like it could go that way, you know. And then you saw what they did.
Trevor Lawrence struggled.
Yeah, but
now a lot of people blame that on Urban Meyer, but he did struggle.
But you then saw Jacksonville go and regroup and start to put a quarterback's coach around them. You start to see pieces as far as wide receivers goes. Kind of got Calvin Ridley to fall in their lap, but imagine those pieces. You can keep D-Hop one more year. You know what I mean? Get another receiver. Traylon Burks can stay available, man. Hey, man. Good gracious, boy. I don't know if he broke 30 mirrors when he was little to get bad luck or something. Like, that he just can't stay on the field, man. Like, it's gosh.
Man, so
that's tough, man.
Lucky last night that it wasn't worse.
Yeah.
And then, you know, when Vrabel kind of said that last night, that, you know, best case scenario it looks like at this point. But when he said today that Traylon had texted him saying he was coming into the facility, I mean, that was great news there.
Yeah.
The talking heads are talking about Will Levis.
Saying,
I actually saw this clip happen on the Pat McAfee show, which is a really good show, I think. Entertaining for sure. But Pat McAfee and his crew were talking about Will Levis, and Zeph's got that for you.
And then you watch Will Levis operate. Hey,
he's fearless.
a dude.
He's fearless.
Yeah.
And I mean, he had a couple throws like down the seam late, like where it looks pretty, man. Like he's not scared to pull the trigger. And I think Al even mentioned that, like, he's not scared to throw the ball across the whole field, across his body, or wherever into traffic. And I give this dude credit, man. I think Pat, when he stands there in the pocket, when he has any kind of time, I feel like he can make so many things happen. But you're right, they pressured him all night long. He never felt comfortable.
Well, rookie quarterback, they're going to do that. You would know that better than me, AJ. They're going to bring pressure, and especially with the Steelers' defense, with how good they are. And there was moments where that offensive line did give him time, and he looked phenomenal. How about this? After Renegade, okay, Titans are up 3. He's in his end zone, okay? Oh, mama, that happens. Pittsburgh is alive. He's standing in his own end zone. He completes like a 22-yard ball just to shut everybody up. Now, they would inevitably go on to punt. Then the Steelers would come back to win. The Renegade thing strikes again. The Steelers win after Renegade comes on, and they were losing at the time before Renegade came on. But that immediate play afterwards, when it came back to Pittsburgh and everybody was alive, and he throws like a 20-yard strike, I'm thinking to myself, this guy's unflappable. This guy is remarkable. This dude, I think that's the biggest development for me from last night.
Yeah.
Matt Canton on the sideline, good. The biggest development for me as I was watching it is, we got a guy for the next 10 years. You think about down there in Houston, they got CJ.
Yep.
You think about down there in Jacksonville, they got Trevor Lawrence. You think about in Indianapolis, if he can stay healthy, Anthony Richardson. And then now all of a sudden, with what we've seen from Will Levis, 2 games, and obviously his first game was much better than his second game, but there was throws he made, there was reads that he made where it's like, and he can run, he can scoot. He also came out of the tunnel with a hat on, not his helmet. I think he embraces the big moment, like all those little things. This guy's a guy, and I would assume that D-Hop and everybody else on that team is pumped about it. But if you're a Titans fan, the AFC South was getting good and getting young quick, and now all of a sudden they're in the same conversation as everybody else. That's a beautiful thing, AJ, for the people down there in Nashville.
Oh, yeah, it is. And I know Vrabel, he was quoted after the game, he said, "We lost. I'm not going to sit there and glorify that, but there were some good throws." And I'm guessing he's talking about those backed up in your own end zone after Renegade. You hit a key pass right there to get yourself out of some trouble.
See, that's the throw that I mentioned at the beginning of the show, that 1st and 23 throw after the penalties, where they had confidence in allowing a rookie quarterback in his second game, first game on the road, after the Renegade thing, in the fourth quarter, to stand back there without a running back to help chip or anything, knowing that offensive line has been a sieve, and that he would get rid of the ball, and he would, what we keep saying is they've been looking for a guy to let it rip, and he is definitely that guy. And he let it rip because there was a play before halftime where they were 3rd and 10 and they ran the ball.
Yep.
And so, I think a lot of people thinking, okay, that's probably smart because you don't want to get sacked here. That offensive line's, been crap today and all this stuff. But in the fourth quarter, up 3 in his own end zone, that's where the trust level is with this dude. That's got to be the guy moving forward, right?
Yeah, and I think you gotta you can't be can't put training wheels on him. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to make mistakes, let him make the mistakes. Let him fall off the bike. I wish he would have in that the second to last possession, that series when they ran the ball 3 straight times. I wish they would have let him go on and play and learn. It was kind of like, man, this is a hostile environment. This defense is coming. We don't want him to make a mistake. We want to see what we can get with the run. No, man, look at you anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let him learn on the fly. Let him make his mistakes, man. He'll learn from it.
And by the way, the interception at the end, that was any quarterback trying to make a play there. You just have to throw that ball and hope for the best. That's kind of where they were. Same guys were talking about how they would have preferred to have seen DeAndre Hopkins in the slot instead of a tight end, which made sense to me. But
I agree.
That's neither here nor there. 615-737-1045 if you want in. Former Titans Pro Bowler Mark Mariani at Mark Mariani 80 will join us when we come back. Moonshine will have his blood in the water pick and give his take on everything he saw with the Titans Steelers game. Broadcasting live at Scoreboard Bar and Grill. Cedar Creek Marina will be here until 6 o'clock on 104.5 The Zone. Know what you need to get done this weekend? You need to go see my friend Jason and his crew at Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. Check them out online, MarylandFarmsWS.com. They have an app, too, so where you get your apps, make sure you get the Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits app. The reason, well, there are a number of reasons, but here are 2. Delivery through the Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits app is a thing. Also, curbside pickup, so you can check out MarylandFarmsWS.com online. You can check out the app. Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. They are closed on Sundays. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, locally owned, serving Brentwood of Middle Tennessee for more than 17 years. Every Wednesday is Senior Day, so keep that in mind. Go in for special discounts. Every day they honor the military discount as well, so let them know that situation. Case discounts every day, too. With football season underway, means game day cocktails. They'll help you craft something. Just ask them. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits. Stock up with your favorite bourbon, tequila, or have them, as I said, help you craft something special for game day. Maryland Farms Wine and Spirits, 101 Creekside Crossing in Brentwood. Online, MarylandFarmsWS.com.
All right, year's almost over, holidays coming up, and maybe you need some cash for the holidays, or you want to get rid of that debt. Call Loan Pronto and let them help you with their Express Equity line of credit that can get you, as much as $100,000 out in as little as 5 days to help you take care of everything you need to. You've got the equity in your home if you live here in this area, and Loan Pronto wants to help you turn the equity into cash where you can access up to 95% of your home's value right now. Use the money to pay off some personal loans maybe if you want. Or, those credit card fees are ridiculously high. You can do that. Start a home improvement project for the holidays. There you go. Keep your primary mortgage intact. That's the most important part of this entire thing. With Loan Pronto's Express Equity Line program, 90% of the time, you don't even need an appraisal, so you can get your money super fast. Call them right now and let them help you. Loan Pronto, 615-499-5780. I've worked with them in the past. Did my mortgage with them a couple of years ago, and they were awesome, amazing. I started the entire process on loanpronto.com. You can do the same. 615-499-5780. Loan Pronto, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you at Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek Marina. Come on out, get your name in the box, right, Griff?
Name in the box.
QR code. All right. Deal with the QR
box.
code for your chance to win Tennessee-Georgia football tickets. And we'll get that done for you here. Make sure you see Griff at the table. 3HL is presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. You can watch the show live at YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch. The Evan and Bank chat is open if you want to participate there. Quick reminder, I hate this weekend in that we fall back this weekend, and it's going to be really dark really early, and I hate that.
I thought they stopped it.
I thought so, too.
They did say they were going to. Like, what happened,
Got
Hunk?
lots of people with no mics.
Everybody's talking.
On the way in.
What happened, Hunk? Tell us what happened.
Something happened, because I've been on this since 3HL's been a show. Operation Daylight.
So when I researched this a couple of weeks ago, it got passed in some parts, but it did not get to, I think because there's no Speaker of the House, they can't vote on it, and so it still has not been brought up in Congress to actually vote on.
How can it get passed in some parts? Like,
well, because
you can go state to state, but there was some federal legislation.
Yeah. They tried to make it across the country.
Right.
That only makes sense.
I don't want it to be dark at 4:30. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's going
so that would mean that means that
even.
next week or in 2 weeks when we're back here, it'll be dark here right now.
That means the party start early then.
Babs will be back with us on Monday. She is at SMU at Rice.
Mm-hmm.
First football game I ever went to was at Rice. I saw Texas A&M beat Rice 56-0. It's such a pretty campus too.
Rice?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is. I worked
at River Oaks.
Mm-hmm. Down in H-Town.
Which is where, I don't know, Terms of Endearment was filmed there. President Bush had a house there.
Was it?
Yeah.
Man, I used to work there. Work out there. Not work there. I used to work out there. And when I was getting ready for the draft.
Oh yeah, with
Lucas.
John Lucas, yeah.
They do got a nice campus.
615-737-1045 you want in. Mark Mariani, the Hall of Famer, joins us now. Mark, what's up? How are you?
What's up, fellas? That has a great ring to it. I appreciate you guys letting me come on and spout some nonsense and some glory stories last week in the middle of an alley in Missoula, Montana. That was kind of you guys.
For those that don't know,
yeah,
Mark was put into the University of Montana Football Hall of Fame last weekend. How did everything go?
Oh, it was a wild weekend, man. It was so great. And I got to be honest, I'm getting soft these days. I got that soft, sensitive, crying during rom-coms and stuff. But part of the best part of it was having Maverick, my little man, out there with me, and he was over the moon. So it was very cool. And the Grizz took care of business. The Grizz, the biz, you know what time it is. So it was a great weekend and lots of celebratory brown water and barley sodas for the boys. So
barley
lots of late nights and lots of everything up there in the good old Montana. But it was awesome, man. Thank you guys. It was really great, and it's the honor of a lifetime, man.
Yeah, that's congratulations. That's well deserved, man. And your story is incredible. And I love helping you go down that path, and because people need to know, like everybody's story, to get where they are. But I always love doing that.
No
with
doubt.
you, and glad you did. Also celebratory in that the blood in the water pick hit last week.
Oh, let's go! First were eating, baby. They were hunting.
We back, baby.
Carolina Panthers money line. I went with you on that.
Hey, when you we ride this wave, and we've been throwing a lot of darts at the Vols wall. We've been throwing a lot of darts with the Titans, but when you get out of the emotional betting and use your brain for a scone, I don't get to do that too often, but good things happen. So that was nice to see. And we got a big defeat in the AFC South too, so that was helpful. But it felt good. It felt good to be back in the winning track. Every time I place those bets, I just have 100% confidence. But we've been going down a little bit of a rabbit hole chasing the old Titans and Vols on their in their underdog ways. Yeah. So anyway, back on the winning track, and we're not getting off this train. No chance.
I love it. So for those that don't know, the blood in the water pick is something that Mark does every week, where he picks a team that is an underdog and picks them to win outright, not just cover, but to win outright.
That's right.
What are you thinking this week, Mark? You want to go ahead and do
you
this?
You guys ready already?
Yeah.
I love
Why
it.
not?
I'm gonna dive in this thing, man. You're gonna need a bigger boat. I know that.
I need to hear that. I need to hear that winning tune though.
Yeah, come on, give it to us, Zelf. We're looking for bigger boats out here, baby. Start it over, Zelf. Get that thing cranked up the right way, Zelf.
Let's go. Hey, so here's the deal, man. Like I said, hey, there it is. We're taking emotions out of it for, finally. The Titans, we already got beat last night. We can talk about it. The Vols are a 35-point favorite. They're out of it. So here's the deal.
Yep.
Where can you pay? Hey, Slay, where do you have to go to place the biggest bets in this country? If you want that big, huge barge load, where you got to go? You got to go to none other than Sin City, baby. Las Vegas,
baby.
Las Vegas. And hey, we root for turmoil sometimes, but in this, we're going with our brain on this one. The New York Giants, baby, are taking down Vegas Raiders this week, and here's why, man. You fire your coach, you fire your GM, and most importantly, you start a rookie quarterback. Or is he a rookie? I got to look that up. You start a first-time starting quarterback against a really, really good defense and a team that I actually think is underperforming, the New York Giants, against the Raiders. I think they're giving them 2.5. But those Giants are traveling to Sin City, and guess what? Hammer that money line! Just a quick shout-out. I love Champ Kelly, the interim GM for the Las Vegas Raiders. He's a great dude. I was with him in Chicago, but golly, dude. You're fighting. If anybody's getting blown up right now, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. They are just stripping it from the top down and hoping they can get Caleb Williams. So I'm betting with my mind. We're getting back on track with blood in the water. We only went 15-7 2 years ago, betting with our brain. So here, we're at it again. I'm going to hammer the New York Giants. It has no implications on the Tennessee Titans, but it's a guaranteed lock it in. And I'm making a big enough bet, Slay, that I got to fly to Vegas just to put that size of a wager in. So back up your boats, baby. We're gonna need a bigger truck to get our loot out there.
Let's get it on, baby.
All right, let's get it on. All right, Mark Mariani, 80 with us. All right, your take from yesterday. Where are you with Will Levis? Is he your quarterback moving forward at this point, Mark?
What you think, Moon?
I've seen enough, boys. I've seen enough. This is no indictment or negativity to Ryan Tannehill, and I think Ryan Tannehill, when it's all said and done, we need to remember all the stuff that he, plowed us through, and all the toughness he showed for all these years with a paper-thin line and everything else. It's not anything on him, but Will Levis is my guy from this point forward, dude. Here's the thing. He's your future. There's no doubt about that, right? So that you're starting him because he's your future. You're also starting him because if we play the game on Sunday or next Sunday, whatever, he gives you your best chance to win, right? So that's another reason to start. And lastly, I don't even want to hear anybody talking about, hey, if you get injured, you can't lose your starting spot, because thirdly, it's about performance. And when you look at performance and you compare them side by side, Ryan Tannehill ain't been performing, man. And so all those things add up. It's like, hey, we may win all the games down the stretch, but we may lose all the games down the stretch. It doesn't matter. He's my future, one. He gives me the best chance to win, two. And Tannehill's performance hasn't been there. It's not all his fault. I'm not saying that, but when you're comparing the two, I just can't throw Tannehill back out there anymore. And I think moving forward, I love what Will Levis brings to the table. I don't care about the stats. I don't care about the touchdowns. I don't care about that last pick. I thought he handled that so well. I thought our play calling in clutch moments last night was really suspect. But it doesn't matter. He threw the pick to seal the game. It doesn't matter. I love his moxie, dude. I love his confidence. I love his control of the huddle. I love his, at the line of scrimmage talking to his guys. I love him calling out protection. I love him asking the referee to start the game clock again. Mm-hmm. All these little things in his second start of all time. Usually you see a young quarterback rattled, not thinking about those things, trying to, hearing a really long play call and just trying to regurgitate it clearly so everyone can hear, and getting to the line of scrimmage. It's all moving too fast. It doesn't feel like that's happening for Will Levis. I've loved what I've seen so far. And we talked about this a little bit last time before his first start. Is his athleticism is off the charts. So I'm looking at when they move the pocket, or when they run a play action, or when they use his legs, or when he moves in the pocket. It's like it feels faster. It feels like that quick twitch is there. It feels like he's seeing it and making a quick read and all this. It just, I love watching this dude back there. He looks confident. And not to mention, guys, we're gonna talk about accuracy. He's gonna have bad moments. He may go out and throw 3 picks next week. I do not care. There are throws that he has made already where you go, dude, not every quarterback is making that throw. Not every quarterback is throwing with that anticipation. I mean, they slow-moed one last night that I thought was on the TV coverage where Traylon Burks ran a crossing route, and it was a play action, and they slow-moed it. Well, they were trying to show Traylon getting behind their linebackers. In reality, what they should have thrown was that Will Levis feathered a ball over 2 linebackers, and all he could see between he and Traylon was two defenders, right? It didn't look like there was a huge window there, and he threw a perfect ball over the secondary coverage. And it was like, hold on a second. Let's not, the play action was great, and the fake was great and all that stuff, but the throw, it was incredible. And he threw an in route. I think it was to it might have been to Chig or who, what, maybe it was D-Hop on the outside, but it was an anticipatory throw where he wasn't open. He was nowhere near open when Will let that ball go, and that just showed a ton of confidence. And so the win-loss record is not going to matter to me at all moving forward. I don't care. I want to see him out there. As long as we can keep him safe and protected as much as we can, I really like
That's a great point.
I really like him getting reps down the stretch here because he's our future, man. And here's the other thing. If you hit, dude, if Rand hit on this guy, okay, with the first pick of the second round, and we get a rookie quarterback for 3 years with $100 million in cap space, if this is our future right here, guys, this bodes really well for the Tennessee Titans moving forward. I mean,
we made that point earlier in the week. His contract, I forget, I don't have it in front of me, but it was like next year it's 1.6, then 1.8, then 2. And you're like, that's where you're spending money everywhere else, and that's what Philadelphia was able to do with Jalen Hurts.
Oh, it's spot on. And you know what? I don't want to sit here and gush. I'm not gonna say. I don't want to get overly excited, because here's the thing. Here's the reality of it. The best news is the Jags can't win another football game this weekend, okay? Because they have a bye, so they can't separate even more from us. But the reality is we've lost to the Browns and the Colts and the Steelers and the Ravens at this point. All 4 of those teams are going to be fighting for those wild card spots down the end, and we just lost tiebreakers with them, right? So even if we're fighting for these wild card spots, I mean, the very reality of the situation is the playoffs are a very distant. I mean, the outcome is nowhere close to being a reality. So that's painful to think about. So down the stretch here, we got to be focused on, okay, wins and losses. What's this about? What good does it do to put Tannehill back out there? Yeah. Truthfully, what good does that do for anybody? It does nobody any good whatsoever.
I mean,
if Will's our future, what's that?
Literally no one, not even Tannehill.
Exactly right. He's not he's not going to be there next year. So if Will, even if Will goes, he is going to have bad games. Even if Will goes out there and struggles, dude, those reps have to go to somebody, right? They have to go to somebody. We were in a situation last year where they had to go to Malik, dude, and we all can stand here and say this now. Malik's not our future, right? And the Tennessee Titans said that when they brought in Josh Dobbs at the end of last year. Malik's not our future, but this guy is our future, dude. This guy's our future. And here's the other thing. I'm over the moon about this guy because, like I said, not about the numbers, not about the stats and everything. It's because of the way he stands up behind the microphone. He takes the huddle. He talks to the guys. I saw D-Hop chirping in his ear one time, and he's looking him dead in the eye and just understanding whatever. I mean, dude, this is a rookie quarterback we're talking about running onto the field with all this confidence and all this swagger. Some people want to call it arrogance. He has these funny quotes where he's talking about cockiness and arrogance, whatever. Screw that, man. That's my leader. Why would I not? Name me a quarterback who doesn't think he's the man. Name me a good quarterback who doesn't want the ball in his hands and thinks he can throw it through a pinhole. Like, name me a quarterback who doesn't look at himself and go, hey, I'm the man, dude. Like, I need a little arrogance. I need a little swagger in my guy. So I've seen that out of Will, and I think he's our future. And honestly, dude, if we got this guy in the first pick of the second round, he might be better than CJ and Bryce. He might be better after it's all said and done, dude. So I am so pumped. I'm excited to see him. I know he's going to have road bumps. I know it's going to be hard. But imagine if we can get him those valuable reps down the stretch here. You know the Titans are going to be a good, disciplined football team. You know we're going to play these same game as we did last night over and over this year. And we might win a handful of them. But at this point, with what we've done and losing to the teams we have and letting the Jags get out in front, it's really hard for us to make a run at the postseason, I think. So I want to see as much of this guy as we possibly can as long as we can protect him.
There he is. He's Mark Mariani. He's fired up. Mark Mariani, 80 on Twitter. Again, the blood in the water pick was
the New York Giants, baby. Let's go, Daniel Jones.
There you go.
That's my guy, too, man. It's time for him to show up, Danny Jones. Come on, baby.
Thank you, Mark. Have some brown water for us, and have a great weekend, brother.
All right, boys. Happy homecoming down in Knoxville, boys. You guys go get him.
Yes, sir.
There you go. There he is. He's Mark Mariani. When we come back, the top 5 offensive grades for the Titans in last night's game from PFF. There is a surprise on this list. We'll tell you about it next. RHL broadcasting live from Scoreboard at Cedar Creek Marina. We'll be here until 6 o'clock on 104.5 The Zone.
Buck said it. You're right. That's right. You're right. Genetics, stress, hormones, aging, all natural and inevitable factors that lead to hair loss. Fortunately, there is a proven way to reverse common and even rare patterns of balding using groundbreaking technology. Advanced Hair Simple one-day treatment regrows your own natural hair, even in those places where it's disappeared for years. And it works for men and women across all ages. Advanced Hair's breakthrough technology, top-rated physicians have improved tens of thousands of lives. And you know what? Your time is of the essence. Hair loss from natural factors can eventually reach a point of no return, so schedule your free consultation today and find out if you can qualify for $500 off. Call 629-348-HAIR. We might be able to prevent. We might not be able to prevent all the causes of hair loss, but you can regrow your own natural hair with Advanced Hair. One-day treatment, life-changing results. Your new hair is guaranteed to grow. That's 629-348-HAIR, AdvancedHair.com.
3HL 104.5, the Zone Friday edition. Can get into a little trash talk Friday if you want. We've got another hour and 15 minutes before we officially head to the weekend. Sitting out here on the lake, man. How beautiful is this?
Wonderful.
As we head toward dusk. Just think at this time on Monday, it'll be dark.
It's time, baby. We've reached it.
Scoreboard Bar and Grill, Cedar Creek Marina. Food's good, isn't it, Slay?
No, it's phenomenal. I'm telling you, man, that pizza real good.
We got these mics now that are headset mics that we can't pull away from our mouth.
Yeah, man.
So
I can't pull away from my pizza.
Your reaction, Will Levis, with another really strong performance.
I want him to hear me, Kirby.
As a rookie quarterback. Despite that, Titans fall 20-16. They're 3-5. Next two games at Tampa, at Jacksonville.
Very winnable game last night. Tampa Bay will be similar. It'll be similar. I think Bully hit on it too. Bully was spot on. Like, I don't expect Tampa to kind of bring that kind of pressure. You know what I mean? You don't have T.J. Watt or Highsmith down there doing that. So
yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see what's the next step. You got more time to prepare for Will Levis. If that's going to be your starter, what does he do? Because, man, dude is you heard Rand Carthon talk about it. This guy's a gym rat, and you can see it. Like, he eats, sleep, boo-boo, football. Can you say that?
Yeah, you did. That goes back. It's interesting that you say that. That goes back to immediately after his debut performance where he threw the 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Kevin Dyson on Titans Talkback was telling me, he said, this dude has been doing his due diligence mental rep-wise.
Yeah.
There's no way he could just stand out there having not done it before and not been putting the work in mentally.
Yep.
And he's like, that is so uncommon for a rookie.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
I was talking to a partner of mine, man, and that's what we were talking about. He was asking, like, how do you get ready for situations that you've never been in, or like how do you prepare for games? I was like, man, I honestly can't see myself going in and playing a game without me playing the game in my head first. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just sitting there, whether it be the night before, really the night before, but then as the game goes through the week, putting myself in different positions that even when I'm playing 1-0, like I'm just walking through something, I would picture someone in front of me and have to sidestep or do some of that nature. And I don't understand how people can go through sports without playing it in their head. You know what I'm saying? And clearly, like Dyson said, man, this man has been doing it.
I mean, this is sort of similar, but not in that realm. But just doing what we do.
Yeah.
I used to, in my car, and I still do sometimes, practice getting in and out of breaks. Like, welcome in 3HL 104.5. It's just kind of going through all of those things.
Yep.
Or if you have an interview later that day, just kind of thinking, okay, this question could lead to this response or this response or this response, and that way you're ready, and then you can just listen and do it that way. But, I think you can make a case for that being important in any walk of life. But definitely you're seeing it from the rookie quarterback. Top 5 offensive grades from PFF in the Titans Steelers game for the Titans. Number 5, Tyjae Spears, 63.7. I don't know what these numbers mean, but they are comparative to other numbers.
Okay.
So Tyjae Spears, 5th best offensive grade for the Titans last night from PFF. Number 4, DeAndre Hopkins, 70.6. Number 3, Dylan Radins.
Hey.
Could he be turning a corner?
I hope. Because he got
with some guys, it just takes a while.
It does. But didn't he get in the preseason one of those awards like most improved or something? Was it might be this year or the year before? Like I remember that. So hopefully, yeah. So it's something there.
Well,
I hope they ain't just trying to gas him up. Don't say Des Fitzpatrick or somebody.
PFF doesn't just gas people.
No, I was talking about I was talking about Coach
Ray.
Like yeah.
But in the deluge that all the other offensive linemen were putting out there, Dylan Radins actually the 3rd highest offensive grade from PFF last night for the Titans. Number 2, Derrick Henry.
King.
77.2.
King.
17 carries, 75 yards?
Yeah. He's looked good.
Boy, he almost broke one, man. I mean, shoestring.
I was screaming, Gallup, Gallup.
King, pick up your feet.
Ooh, if he would have galloped, he was gone. He was out of there. Good night. Put him to bed. Sleep. Nightlight. It's over.
Number 1, offensive grade last night for the Titans. This is how good Will Levis is. He turned Kyle Phillips into a wide receiver.
Man,
Number one offensive grade last night from PFF, Kyle Phillips, wide
Really?
receiver, 90.7. So it wasn't even close between him and the rest.
4 targets, 4 catches. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. That was. Hey, man, get this dude a chance, man.
615-737-1045.
Give him some, like Bullet said, man. Get that man some time back. If he get a little bit of time, just imagine what he could do. But boy, I'll tell you another guy that's shifty. I didn't know he was this shifty. DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh,
the catch and what he did on that sideline, making the 2 guys miss. I'm like,
in a phone booth.
What? Oh, okay. So you're feeling good out here now. You like your quarterback, huh? All right, well, let's go. All right.
I think that's definitely true. Let's go to the phones. 615-737-1045. Randy in Hendersonville. Randy, what's up?
Randy.
Hey, man, thanks. Appreciate that.
What up?
Appreciate Hunt putting me on. The thing I wanted to say to Mariani is that, heck, we don't need any we don't have to worry about the wild card. We got 2 games left with Jacksonville. We beat them. We're right there. We're going to win the division. With this quarterback, at least we got a chance. And I'm telling you what, I'm fired up as ever. I thought the offensive line played one of their best games last night. And I think they're beginning to gel. And Phillips looked great. I wish they'd have gone to Phillips or Moore. Is it Moore?
Yeah, Chris Moore.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris Moore on that last pass. I think not the last pass, but the one that they put Braylon out there on the sidelines that got him hurt. I mean, hell, he was limping 2 or 3 plays prior to that.
He was. I did. I thought I saw the same thing. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah,
I share your optimism. People that listen to the show know I'm an optimistic thinker. And here's the opportunity that you have with these 2 games. At Tampa and at Jacksonville. You win those, you're 5-5. You're suddenly not 2.5 back. You're at most 1.5 back in the AFC South with a win on the road, having that next matchup against Jacksonville in Nashville, where the Titans are undefeated in Nissan Stadium this year.
Yeah, I thought also to Randy's point though, I thought the O-line battled. But Randy,
I can't help
Randy
but
Watson.
Randy Watson. Good and terrible.
I think that offensive line did battle through the injuries and everything, but I thought they were better in that Atlanta game. But as you said,
no, they were not
pressure.
good. They were not good.
They were not last night. That's what I'm saying. Last night, they
with all due respect, Randy, love you, bro, but they were not. So last night, Titans surrendered 26 pressures. According to Pro Football Focus, left tackle Andre Dillard, 7 pressures, 1 sack, 2 hurries, and got his quarterback hit 4 times. His numbers are worse than Daly's last year.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Let's just kind of lead it.
Remember when we were like, couldn't be any worse?
Yeah, we're here.
Left guard Peter Skoronski gave up 5 pressures, all being of the hurry variety. Center Aaron Brewer, 4 pressures, gave up 1 quarterback hit and 3 hurries. Right tackle NPF played 17 snaps, 3 pressures, 1 sack, 2 quarterback hits. And Dylan Radens gave up 3 pressures as well. 615-737-1045 is the number. Let's go to Jerry in White Bluff. Jerry, what's up?
Hey, buddy. How y'all?
Hey, good, man.
Thanks for taking my call, but I got something I need to ask you. Is Mark Mariota in to Marcus Mariota?
No, it's Mariani. It's Mark Mariani. But they did play on the same team franchise. Yeah.
Are they brothers or whatever? Because he spoke for about 20 minutes about things that didn't mean squat. Didn't mean nothing.
All right. Well, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. We'll try to get Mark Mariota on then, I guess.
Yeah, maybe his brother.
Yeah. We love Mark Mariani.
Man, I thought Mariani did speak about some things. Mariani, that wasn't squat, boy. Why you didn't flush that? See,
Jerry in White Bluff just hates Mark Mariani.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It was a Hall of Famer, man. Put some respect on Mark's name.
All right, 5 o'clock hour coming up. Take more of your phone calls. Get your reaction. Titans lose in Pittsburgh 20-16. They are now 3-5. 615-737-1045.
What's happening, people? Ron Slay here, man. Brentwood Jewelry, BrentwoodJewelry.com. Why don't you go on over there and check out that website and just go surfing, man. We're getting close to Christmas. I'm sure you want to go out there and get a cooler gift before the time gets here. When you can look at watches, you can look at engagement rings. Even if you got an old watch or something like that, want to get repaired, they do that as well. You need a necklace repaired, earrings duplicated, whatever it may be. Watch maintenance, you can't go wrong, man. The workmanship is one of a kind. It's at 7012 Church Street East, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every single day for over 50 years, and going to continue that. I promise you, I can guarantee it. Open Tuesday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So when you're out there doing a little brunch, go and swing by there and get you some of that. Good diamonds, man. I'm telling you, nice jewelry, and always a phone call away or a click away at BrentwoodJewelry.com. They helped me out, man, lined me up, and I was ready to roll. BrentwoodJewelry.com. Go on and get you something nice.
Good evening from Scoreboard Bar and Grill here at Cedar Creek Marina. I'm Joe Hunk. Traylon Burks is in concussion protocol, which is actually amazing news after everything that we saw happen to him last night, getting carted off the field. The Titans are trying to figure out, though, who's going to be at the quarterback. In fact, Coach Vrabel was asked about that earlier today, and he said, hey, we're just going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it before the game coming up next week against the Bucs. Now, the Bucs this week are actually playing the Houston Texans, and we just found out just a little while ago that there are going to be 2 Texans not on the field. That would be running back Damian Pierce, as well as wide receiver Robert Woods, just in case you're wanting to watch that game to see who the Titans are playing next week. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, though, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once. On your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
.3HL 104.5 The Zone Friday edition. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great week.
Yes.
Hope you have a great weekend.
Yes.
We are broadcasting live from Scoreboard at Cedar Creek Marina. Kick off the weekend now. Come hang with us. 2-for-1 drafts until we leave at 6 o'clock.
Oh, it's over when we leave?
Yep.
See, we take the 2-for-1s with us, y'all. So y'all better come get them.
Lots of fun stuff happening and being given away here today. Register to win a pair of Tennessee-Georgia tickets.
Hey, that's going to be a good game right there, man. If things play out the way they need to. Starting today. Tomorrow. Missouri and Georgia. Man, my boy ready. Tennessee hoodie and Bud Light.
Hecky Bob's ready. He's got a Tennessee shirt on. You got the orange Boom Boom Room hoodie.
Yeah, I'm ready to rock. I'm not sure if Icky Bob's really ready.
Icky Bob's always ready. He's ready for anything.
Okay.
So register to win Tennessee-Georgia tickets. Don't forget to fill out your pick'em sheets. Try to beat me in Slays picks for your chance at a $250 scoreboard prize sheet. I know who's at the Cedar Creek Marina sitting right next to me. His name is Ron Slay.
I'm in the building. I'm in the
Time for the show, Slay.
Hey, man, you know who
Back at it.
Yes.
There was like a power surge in our headphones. It was like, zzz, but, we're all taught to just keep going. So Slay was rolling through his story. But so this is what happened to me. The first thing I saw on social media, one of the first things I saw on social media was you talking about Father Time getting you.
Yeah.
Slay Dog.
Yeah, he was out there after me. Got up and tried to put tried to stand up normal, go to the restroom, and I couldn't put no power. Couldn't put no pressure on my foot.
Uh-oh.
So I was like,
what do you mean? Like you couldn't put
I couldn't stand.
Oh.
That's
a problem.
Yeah, like, ooh, boy, I mean, it felt like, honestly, I had a fracture or something.
Like you tore your Achilles or something?
Not that bad.
While you were sleeping?
No, not that bad. No. It wasn't near the heel.
You had the Jimmy
It was
leg
on the foot, yeah.
You kicked the wall.
Man, dude, I don't know what happened. But I get up the next day, come on to work, and Babsy was like, Slay, why you limping? I'm like.
You were limping bad.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm hurt. She was like, what happened? I was like, nothing. She said, oh, you just old. So I'm like, all right.
That's what she said?
Yeah, I'm like, all right, Babs.
I asked her about it later because I saw you down at the end of the hall and you were limping so bad. I go, Babs, what's up with Slay? She's like, oh, he's. I think you are destined to not tell this story.
No, I'm going to tell you.
Maybe this is Father Time just continuing to mess with
No, I'm
you.
going to tell y'all the moral. I'm going to tell y'all the moral of the story. The moral of the story is.
Let's just bullet point it. So, you were limping, coming out of trick-or-treating. Babsy was like, what's wrong with you? And you're like, I don't know. And she says, you're just old.
Yeah.
And then she told me that about you later. And then you go to the doctor, and the doctor said, man, I got bad news for you.
Yeah.
Because you were thinking that you had a fracture in your foot.
I need an x-ray.
He goes, bad news is there ain't nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
Which means Father Time's getting you.
Yeah, man. I was officially subbed out of the Father Time basketball game. Yeah, and you know what? Let me give a shout out to all the people that hit me up talking about welcome to the Old People's Club. I appreciate that, y'all, man. I love being welcomed to places with open arms.
The OPD?
Yeah, they said one guy hit me and said, I'm sitting way further down on the bench. Wave at me if you get a chance.
Yeah, he's down there.
He's about 90, I think. So I was, I'm like, I'm up in the 42 area, but. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all welcoming me. That's what I said, Kirby. It ain't over, so why would my body start feeling like that?
Well,
it's wear and tear.
It's all the basketball you played in your life.
Yeah, but your body ain't supposed to do that.
Whoa, there goes a stork.
I saw that in my peripheral.
Kirby said it's a blue Ingrid.
A blue Ingrid?
I thought Ingrid was a person.
I know a lady named Ingrid.
Will Levis said this, losing sucks.
Arlo. Oh, yes.
Got to get back to work is what he said.
Do. That's good. That's good to hear from a
Man,
guy that's taking the reins.
I want to see him play against Tampa Bay, don't you?
Quickly. Like the football games can't get here quick enough now because you're so anxious to see it.
All right, let's do this. Zeph's got the audio. Mike Vrabel said today they're going to meet about it this weekend and kind of go through the depth chart. Okay. When asked if he was going to be the starter moving forward, Pat McAfee said on his show today, this guy's a guy, among other things. A.J. Hawk said he's not afraid to let it rip.
Okay.
So a lot of reaction about Will Levis. All right, let's take a break, Zeph. I know you've played a lot of spots lately, but let's try to stay on time. I can't read it.
No, I don't want you to read it.
Oh, okay, good. Don't show me something. I'll just start reading into a microphone, man.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
All right. When we come back, the all-time receiving leader at the University of Tennessee, Joey Kidd, joins us next on 104.5.
Start reading.
All right, I want to talk to you about Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. You've heard me talk about them a bunch lately, and part of that is because I got new windows and doors from Pella, and I love them. One of my neighborhood friends asked me the other day, do you really love your windows? And I'm like, yeah, I actually really love my windows. And I love the entire process, too, because I scouted out a couple different companies before I replaced windows in my rental unit as well. And Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville were my favorite, and there's a bunch of reasons why. I always mention, how they're voted number one for a bunch of stuff here locally, but here's the other thing. Pella was founded in 1925, so they've been around forever. They'll be 100 in 2025. They've got lifetime warranties on their product, and the deal is they back up their work with warranty, too, a 10-year labor warranty, which is leading in the industry, and I've seen them take care of everything from start to finish. It's been a great experience. You can get in on it, too. 50% off qualifying installations and no money down, no interest, no payments for 12 months right now. All you have to do, go visit their website, tell them Dawn told you about them, and go to PellaNashville.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone, broadcasting live from Scoreboard out at Cedar Creek Marina.
Yeah.
Love coming out here.
It's always a good time, man.
The mayor of this place, Arlo, just walked through.
Yes, he did.
That man's going to wear khaki shorts no matter what.
And have a styrofoam cup no matter what.
That is definitely true. Joey Kent, all-time leading receiver at the University of Tennessee. Joins us now. Joey, what up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm laughing.
Hey, I got a question. We'll ask you some of the Titans questions, obviously, but I'm curious from a college football perspective.
Yeah.
How needed are these games like Tennessee has tomorrow, where it's kind of sandwiched in between some like really emotional and physical games?
Yeah, I mean, it's important. I mean, obviously, we have Missouri and Georgia on deck, man, and they put together 4 quarters of football last week against Kentucky. It was good to see Milton play well. It was good to see Thornton gain some confidence and Nimrod get his first touchdown, man. That's going to be important going forward, and tomorrow is going to be a continuation of that. Hopefully, we'll see Nico tomorrow at some point. It's surprising that we haven't seen him, that much or at all up until this point, because it's just the way the games have been played. So hopefully he'll get a chance to get out there tomorrow and throw it around a little bit. But yeah, it's extremely important to get a game like this, to gain confidence from guys that hasn't played a lot, or guys like Thornton and Nimrod that they're needed over the next 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, you look at it, man. You also get an opportunity, more than likely, to see a guy like Nico too. How much is it good for him to get in there and get some real game experience?
Yeah, man. I know he's itching to get in there, and we just haven't had the opportunity to play that much this year. So obviously he has the talent, right? He has the talent to go out there and spin it. You just want to see it in game action. He's from what I've understood, he's been a good backup and supportive, and been a good teammate throughout the whole process. But I know he wants to play. I know he wants to show what he has out there. So, if we get out fast and score a bunch of points in the first half or so, hopefully he can play the entire second half, man, so he can get out there and show what he can do in the game experience, to show game experience.
Joy, you playing the receiver spot, man, and mastering it. What is the difference between Dante Thornton playing that slot and moving out? It looked like he had a little bit more success and a little bit more comfortable moving out on the outside. What's the biggest difference you think it is?
Yeah, man. It's a lot of thinking that goes on when you play that slot, man, and you have to be on the same page as the quarterback. And not saying that he can't do it, but he's a bigger guy. Typically, you don't see guys that size in the slot, but Tennessee has done that in the past. We've seen that. I think it's all for him, man. Like last game, you could see like he was just catching the ball easier. Like it's kind of hard to explain. From I can talk to another receiver and just kind of we can speak the same language, right?
Right. You're talking to a receiver, Joy. You know I played high school. I know exactly what you're saying. I don't know if everybody else knows it, but
we're speaking the same language. We're talking directly to each other.
JK, Slay led the
I don't even have to explain it to you, Slay. I don't even know why I'm even trying to explain it to you, man. Let me just stop because I know you understand what I'm talking about.
J.K. Slade led the state in receiving after 3 weeks.
That's right, man. That's right.
I heard the story. Man. But then something happened, and it just stopped.
Yeah. That ain't important. Let's focus on the thing.
He tried to crack back one of the Mondelli brothers, and that was it. That was ended the football career.
Hey, Slade, that's here nor there.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing to do with nothing right now. Go finish the story, dog.
But no, man, it's good to see Thornton. It seems like he played with more confidence against Kentucky, and he's going to be needed, man. It's big time games coming up, man. We can finish the year strong. And I was texting with Brent last week, and he asked me a couple of questions about the mentality of losing a rivalry game and coming back and playing, the rest of the schedule. The good thing about Tennessee, it's a long shot now. It's a long shot, but if they have to handle their own business. They can win out, and you need some help. Georgia losing, and all that good stuff. But if you went out, you at least put yourself in a position to have a shot, man. So, tomorrow's game is important, not only from an offensive perspective, just the defense. The secondary has been looking good without Haddon. They've kind of grown throughout the season, and they're playing some good ball, man. They made some good plays last week, man. So hopefully we can play tomorrow, stay healthy, and gear up for Missouri and then Georgia.
What have you seen from those two teams? Obviously, Georgia with the big performance against Florida without Brock Bowers. I was anxious to kind of see how they got that offensive game plan going without him because, how many NFL teams could Brock Bowers start for right now? A lot of them.
A lot of them.
But they rolled the Gators. So I'm anxious to see that. And, of course, Tennessee gets both of those two teams moving forward the next 2 weeks. But that's a big one this weekend.
Yeah, it's a big one, man. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to have my eye on that for sure because that, it's implications for Tennessee and the entire East. I don't know. Georgia is obviously they have the best athletes in the country, but we've seen that they can be beaten, especially with Bowers not being the guy. Just think about early in the season if they didn't have Bowers. Earlier in the season when they counted on him I think they went at him like 6 or 7 times in a row for him to win. I guess it was against Auburn.
That
I think
Auburn
it was
game.
Auburn.
Yep.
Yeah, if they didn't have him against Auburn, I don't know how that game would have ended, right? So Missouri is a good team. They have some good offensive players. They have one of the best receivers in the SEC. And that coach up there, Drinkowitz, he can call some plays. And so it'll be an interesting game tomorrow. And then, rolling into next week with Tennessee playing Missouri. Up there. It's tough playing up there. I never obviously never had the opportunity to play there. But from what I understand, it's tough to play up there, man. So hopefully we can play tomorrow, stay healthy, get out of that game, and roll into the meat of the SEC.
Joey Kent with us on 3HL. Joey, Titans and Steelers last night. What do you think about this dude, Will Levis, man? You ready to make him just QB1 moving forward?
Yeah, man. I think I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I saw that, they're still going to make a decision on if when Tannehill comes back. But, you kind of have to, at this point with the record, if the record was different, maybe should be a serious conversation, but where the Titans are now record-wise, I think it's time to kind of look toward the future and get Levis as many starts and reps that he possibly can. And, you can tell he can make all the throws. He's strong. He's smart. He's not scared. I think it's his time. Obviously, that's a decision that's not mine, of course, but for me, I've seen enough. I saw enough the first game for him to say, hey, we have something.
That's some severe arm talent, man.
Man.
It's funny. Levis attempted 11 passes, guys, of 20 yards or more last night, which is tied for most by any quarterback all season. He keeps putting up numbers like this.
It just comes out of his
he
hands
is not afraid
to
let it rip, yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like when he throws it doesn't seem like he's throwing it hard, but then he throws it 40 yards down the field. It's almost like he's just flicking it. And it's different from Milton. Milton, he just rears back, but it seems like Levis can change his angle sometime. He has that touch. He has everything. He has the size. He has the strength, man. He has everything that you're looking for in a young QB. And hopefully he can continue to improve and gain that confidence with the rest of the guys, man. And because at this point, obviously the goal is to win every single game. But at this point in the season, with the record that they have, it might be time to turn the page and see what he can do for the rest of the season and build toward next season.
Former Titan wide receiver Joey Kent with us. What have you seen from DeAndre Hopkins? Because his numbers are interesting. He has 564 yards receiving right now, which would have led the Titans in 17 games last year. He's only played 8. On pace for 1128, 70 receptions, 6 touchdowns. He's caught at least one pass in every game he's played in the NFL. This dude is something.
He's just a smart receiver. At this point of his career, he's never like a a 4-2 or 4-3 guy, but he's just so smart, and he can he understands the concept of running routes. And Slay and I, we're talking the same language again, right? So
yeah, that's right. Yeah. I wasn't that speed guy either, Joey. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Nor was
he just understands the art of route running, and his hands are so strong. He's smart. He's seen it all, man. He's seen double teams. He's been in the league for so long. He's highly respected. And you saw Porter, the rookie last year, shadowing him, and that shows respect too, because you have a guy that wants to prove himself with one of the better guys, still one of the better receivers in the league, man. So hats off to him. He's still one of the better wideouts in the NFL, man, at his age and how many years he's played in the league, man. And I love watching. I enjoy watching him play.
What do you think about now with this quarterback change, man? You're starting to see guys emerge that you've been hearing their names, but guys like Kyle Phillips, you're starting to see him. If Traylon Burks can stay healthy, you see him being targeted. But being able to throw the ball around, man, you're seeing guys like D-Hop getting 9, 10 targets, but it's enough to go around. You got 5 to Chig, 5 to Kyle Phillips. Like, that's got to be good for receivers knowing that ball's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, Slay. It's just the confidence that he's going to attempt to throw you open. It's in the league, man. I think he's already seen, either by playing or just by watching, that it's not a lot of openings in the league, man. Sometimes you have to throw him open, like the pass he threw to NWI. He could have slowed him down like that, like on the over route. He could have slowed him down, and then the DB would have had a chance to make a play on the ball. But he kind of overthrew him a little bit, made NWI run under it, and the DB didn't have a chance, right? And that's just like those small nuances. If he'd have just thrown it where NWI had to kind of slow down to catch it, the DB would have had a chance to make a play on the ball, but he kind of overthrew him a little bit, so only where he could catch it. Those small little things, man, that shows that he gets it. He understands. He's learning. He's learning on the fly, and that's what's exciting about a rookie quarterback at this stage of his career.
Definitely.
At Joey Kent on Twitter. ThatLegendaryPlay.com is Joey's website. Tell people what they're going to see when they go there, JK.
Man, you're going to see a lot. You're going to see we have 18 by 24 prints, so legendary plays. We have glassware. We have clothing. We have a exciting announcement that we're going to make in about a week or so that we're partnering with the company. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah, just go to ThatLegendaryPlay.com. And you'll see 40 to 45 different prints of your favorite college plays, NFL, Major League, NBA, and college basketball. So I appreciate you guys always mentioning that.
Love it, JK. Hey, have a great weekend, brother.
Bye, y'all.
All right, there he is, Joey Kent, at Joey Kent on Twitter. Leads Tennessee all time in receptions, yards, all that stuff. So
all SEC legend too.
SEC legend. That's
yeah,
right.
He walked into a different room now.
Looking through some of the on pace for stuff, I like to do this when Dawn's not here because she hates it when I do this. But you're halfway through the season.
Yeah,
almost. Yep. I mean, 8 games, so you can't do 8.5 games. Maybe I will while I'm watching the Titans game next weekend. But through 8 games. These guys on pace for Derrick Henry, a little more than 274 carries. He had 349 last year. You talked about the workload coming down and maybe him being more effective that way. Are you surprised by that?
No, that's all right there, man. Like, can you imagine if they were to make that playoff run and be able to get in the playoffs, how fresh he's going to be? Like, when you think of 350 carries compared to 250, he's going to be itching to get back in there. So, yeah, that's pretty dope, man. That's what you do when you get a stud like Tajay Spears coming in.
If there were 16 games, it would be 1,202 yards he was on pace for. So, probably somewhere around 1,280.
That's
last
good.
Year, 1,538.
Yep.
But with the workload lessened a little bit. Yards per carry, he's at 4.4. That's right in where he's been the last 2 years, 4.4 and 4.3. There, and 8 touchdowns on pace for, let's give him 9 with the extra game, would be his lowest total since his second season. DeAndre Hopkins on pace for more than 1,100 yards would be the most receiving yards for a Titans player since 2004.
Eesh. There we go.
In 2004, the Titans actually had 2 players go over 1,100 yards, Derek Mason and Drew Bennett. Both went over 1,100 yards. That was Mike Heimerdinger with Steve McNair.
Love it.
So some numbers there. From Get Up this morning, there have been 34 teams to be outgained in each of their first 8 games in the NFL. 34 in the first 8 games. There have been 1 with a winning record. That is the Pittsburgh Steelers right now at 5-3.
I told you.
34 teams have done that. Nobody's had a winning record after 8 except for they just Mike Tomlin themselves.
I told you, Mike T, man. Coach Tomlin, he different character, man.
Is there anybody that looks cooler on the sideline too?
Nah, he knows.
Like he's got the answers to the test. He's just standing there. Y'all can mess around with your little bubble, things and hit C or whatever. I already know the answer.
But that reflects. That's a reflection of his team too. Of that, man. They don't. That offensive line is bad. Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line is bad.
No sacks.
But he makes them believe and motivates them enough, and they go out there and play. They take it up a level, man. You had a rookie from Georgia out there starting dog. I thought he was gonna have problems, and they were all right. They were all right yesterday.
615-737-1045 if you want in. Trash Talk Friday. It's also Friday day.
Yeah.
Britt Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Dawn Davenport will be back on Monday. She is at SMU at Rice tomorrow, so you can check her out there. Dustin is in Laverne next up on 3HL. Dustin, what up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo.
I do have to say just a quick comment on Levis before I do my trash talk. But Levis, I don't think I've been this excited for the Titans since probably when we went to the Super Bowl. So it's really good for us to have something to look forward to. And, even with the interception, I don't think that bothered him. I think the thing that he's probably thinking about today, and he's a rookie, you're going to miss a few of them, but that throw that he had to Tajay Spears, that he just barely overthrew him a little bit high. I bet he's thinking about that one today. If I know Will Levis.
But guess what, though? Tajay Spears tripped and fell. If Tajay Spears don't trip and fall, that's a touchdown, yo.
I agree with you, but Vrabel did say what he just said.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But also, my trash talk, this is just in good spirit and fun, but a couple of the commercials that you guys have are absolutely driving me nuts right now. There's one that's, I think it's Discount Tire with, he's calling his car Herbert or something like that. And then the next most annoying one would be the Tennessee Men's Clinic. And then the absolute worst one of all is that Comcast commercial with the Panic Room. So, anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there. I know y'all don't have any control over that, but I was just laughing to myself about it the other day in traffic, so.
Catchy jingle for you, Dustin. Man, that's wild. So I didn't know Vrabel said that. I remember because he was backpedaling. If he would have kept his footing, he would have caught that and backed into the end zone.
Yeah.
Hey, so Vrabel said he overthrew him on that?
As for the interception, that's just a quarterback at the end of the play with no timeouts having to throw it into the end zone. I mean,
you going to take your chance. What you want him to eat it? Go down? What was he supposed to do?
Just eat it.
Well.
Which is what we did here at Scoreboard Bar and Grill at Cedar Creek Marina. Big weekend coming up, Slay Dog?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
I know it's homecoming up there on Rocket Top.
A lot of games at 11 a.m.
I like that. We get to get over there and get on back.
615-737-1045 if you want in. Britt Doherty, Ron Slay. This is 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. I'm going to tell you about Xfinity. Everything's changing so fast these days. There's a great thing. That is a great thing. Back in the day, we were lucky if we could get a video to load on our desktop computer. But now there's the Xfinity 10G network, and that means the fastest internet with faster speeds rolling out all the time. An internet that can power a house full of devices at once with ultra-low lag. So while one person streams a movie from their room, another can play video games in the basement while another TikToks in the kitchen. It's the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through November 15th, New customers can get 75 megabit internet on the next generation Xfinity 10G network for just $20 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment taxes and fees are extra. After the promotion, regular rates apply to internet service. Actual speeds vary.
What is happening? Big Slay, and I'm telling you about winter because it's coming. I promise you, you want to be prepared for it, man. If you have the opportunity to go get you a home standby generator, I promise you should go do it with Cove Generators, man. Don't be left out in the cold this season when the storms come along and knocking power out. You can be right there because Cove Generators kicks right on. They take care of you. That's what they do. They're seamlessly integrated onto your home as well and super silent. So that is your premier Generac Home Standby Generator dealer. Call them today and be prepared for winter. Call Cove Generators and have a generator already. Well, they perform maintenance on your Generac automatic standby generator, any brand, even if you didn't buy it from them. So visit CoveGenerators.com. Never lose power again. You can contact them today at 931-559-3311. That's 931-559-3311. CoveGenerators.com. Stay connected through it all.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slayer with you out on the water.
Right here on the water.
Cedar Creek Marina.
Yes.
Tennessee and UConn tomorrow, 11 a.m.
It's 7 a.m. Maybe it's 7
Maybe I was going 7-11.
Yeah.
Get some jungle juice in the carton. Play some 10-yard fight.
Yes. Got to do it.
So we used to do on Belmont, man.
What?
Till all hours.
Just be out
They
there.
had this arcade game called 10-Yard Fight, and it was the worst graphics of any game ever built, man. We just
lock
played it.
in on it.
Well, we became friends with the guy that was running the overnight shift, and so we'd do these spend the night things, on the weekend. We'd be out there till 3 in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right there, you are.
And he had the key to the arcade game, so we would just play.
I played it all day then.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to.
They had these little sausage biscuits that you pop in the microwave. They were really good. And then jungle juice.
Hey.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
You wanted Mike Vrabel talking about that throw to Tyjae Spears?
I didn't hear that.
All right, here it is.
I just think we need to find a way to complete that pass to open guys, and Will knows that, and any quarterback would know that, whether Tyjae got turned around or anything else. The execution has to be better in all three phases. It does.
That right there is you searching. You're trying to find something. And that's cool.
Are you scared to put praise on the young guy? Is that part of what it is?
Yeah, but you got to ask yourself, who does he put praise on? Especially young guys coming in. He ain't going to give nobody. That's just the OG in him, I guess.
Man, that throw from his own end zone, when you look at it from above and behind him, that was a narrow freaking window.
That's what Coach Macker called piss missile. I guarantee that linebacker heard it go past his ear. He had to. That was it right there, boy. That was nice. That was real nice. The ones that Kyle Phillips was nice.
How about Kyle Phillips getting involved?
Yeah, man. That's what we've been waiting to see. One thing for sure, he ain't never got to worry about playing special teams no more. No, that's over. That's over with. That experiment, dog. You can't. Something always happen on special teams, even if he done down the cover.
It's so unfortunate too because his college tape is incredible.
Yeah, you can see he's incredible when he back there. It's just, dog, you ain't gonna be able to do it. Your body. See, you gotta listen to your body. That's a key thing.
Like you, when you went to the doctor and he said, "Hey, man, nothing wrong with you. You're just old."
That's right. See, you gotta listen to your body, man.
Games coming up tomorrow, 3:00 on ESPN Plus. TSU won 4 in a row. They are 6-2 at Charleston Southern, who's 3-5. 4:00 ESPN Plus. Austin Peay is 3-0 in conference play at Eastern Kentucky, who's also 3-0 in conference play. That game is for first place.
Great.
Austin Peay has won 6 in a row. Eastern Kentucky has won 4 out of 5.
Gotcha.
ESPN 11 o'clock in the morning. Texas A&M at number 10 Ole Miss. I told you there's a bunch of 11 a.m. games, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that game either.
Ole Miss favored by 3.
What you think about that one?
Leaning Ole Miss right now, but I haven't done anything with it.
It's just something about Ole Miss to me. It just won't let me bet on them. What it is.
Part of me wants to see a dumpster fire happen at Texas A&M just to see the drama between Bobby Petrino and Jimbo Fisher.
That'd be
Is
fun.
that bad?
No. You have your fun.
But sports are remember back in the day, your mom and your grandma and your aunt and everybody would be like, I got to go watch my stories.
Have your fun.
Talking about soap operas. This is what this is for us.
That's right. So why wouldn't you have fun? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so Ole Miss minus the 3. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't know. I'm not going to have fun with it. I don't know Texas A&M good enough. I don't know what they're going to do.
LAM. 11 a.m. SEC Network, UConn at Tennessee, number 17 in the country, Tennessee by 35. 11 a.m. ESPN2, Arkansas at Florida.
Listen, you know how I am with KJ Jefferson.
Florida was a 6-point favorite. It's down to 3.
They got a new OC.
Yeah, they do.
A new OC, baby. It's time to get
you were
KJ
listening to Bet the
Jefferson.
Board podcast, weren't
You
you?
better believe it.
Everyone should.
Shout out our guy.
Todd Furman, Payne Insider, Brad Powers. 11 a.m. ESPNU, Jacksonville State at South Carolina. Well, South Carolina, you better not be 2-7 coming out of this game.
Right.
Favored by 15.5. I think South Carolina rolls.
Powers picked them.
You're just giving out their picks.
Oh, damn, my bad. Y'all go listen to Bet the Boy podcast.
He'll tell you why.
Yeah.
He'll tell you why he picked them. 2:30 CBS, number 12 Missouri at number 2 Georgia. Anxious to see how this one goes. See if that Missouri offense can translate down in between the hedges, or if Georgia rolls like the Thunder. 3 o'clock SEC Network. A lot of public money on Vanderbilt hosting Auburn. Auburn favored by 12.5 points.
I don't know what's going on with this, but I would love to see them get this victory.
Yeah, me too, because that gives them 1 win away.
1 win away
from 4.
Can it be done, man? Like, it's a lot of money going in on them. What does somebody know that we don't know?
A lot.
Apparently.
Lots of people know lots of things that we don't know. Slate
Is that 11 a.m. game too?
No.
Oh, darn it.
3 o'clock. 6:30 SEC Network. Kentucky at Mississippi State. Wildcats have lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, they need to get on the right.
This is another cat-dog game. Man, name them meows.
Meow.
Kentucky favored by 4.5 on the road. 6:45 CBS. Number 14 LSU at number 8 Alabama. Bama favored by 3. Got some other games. 11 a.m. on Fox. Number 23 Kansas State at number 7 Texas. Texas by 3.5. 11 a.m. on ABC. Number 15 Notre Dame at Clemson. Boy, it turned south quickly this year,
didn't it?
4-4, and Dabo Swinney's taking calls on his coaching show and
letting people know get a piece of his mind.
Notre Dame favored by 3 in that matchup. 2:30 ABC. Number 9 Oklahoma at number 22 Oklahoma State. Bedlam is what they call that game.
Bedlam.
Oklahoma favored by 6 on the road. 6:30 ABC. Number 5 Washington.
Yeah, Michael Penix Jr.
That's my team. At number 20 USC. Washington favored by 3 on the road. They are undefeated. 6:30 ABC. 9 o'clock on ESPN. Oregon State ranked 16th in the country at Colorado. Oregon State favored by 13 in that game.
DJ Uiagalelei?
Yeah. Uiagalelei?
Uiagalelei? Uiagalelei.
Yes, that. 5 o'clock ESPN Plus. MTSU at New Mexico State. New Mexico State favored by 3.5. MTSU needs to win out to go to a bowl game. They will be favorites in their last 3 games. This is they need this one. They got to get this one on the road. Coach Stockton then put fear in the heart, mind, and soul of Liberty.
All right.
Who was undefeated. Couldn't get it done late, lost by 7, but got to get this one.
Yes, they do.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend.
It is. You want me to give a little parlay?
Yes.
A little parlay for the people, man. Parlay brought to you by no one but the Boom Boom Room, I guess.
How about that?
Yeah, take this, y'all. I'm telling you, Arkansas plus 6.5. Going to bet it up versus Florida. I think they're going to win money line, though. But Arkansas, Nebraska money line. Texas State versus Georgia Southern. Take Texas State. And, of course, take the Vols to cover that 35.
You're confusing me with all your Tennessee picks.
Yeah.
First quarter.
Oh, I got one. Over 45.5 home team points total. Tennessee minus 7.5 in the first quarter spread. Tennessee minus 19.5 first half spread. Boom. I can't make it no simpler for you, baby. Go get the money. Get the money.
Get the money, honey. All right, that does it for us. We appreciate you listening. Appreciate the participation. Have a great weekend. At 3HL 104.5.
Yes.
Good night. God bless.
See y'all. Wouldn't want to be out.
3HL After Party brought to you by Awaken 180. Coming up next.